Hey everyone. Give me a minute, get my act together. Hey mama, how you doing? Why am I not seeing my posts? There we go. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Put in a few more places. Da, 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 da. And how about one more? Doing good order is in the warehouse? Oh, right. Yeah. Last night. I hadn't looked. I didn't check on mine. Last time I checked, it was still in processing or in process. I'm not stressing over it. New year. Decided I'm not going to worry so much about that kind of stuff. So everything good today, Mama? Well, if you don't got something to build, rebuild something. If you got any Crater 3-in-1 sets, do an alternate build. I had T-Mog do that the other night, although he wasn't too happy with the results. Let's see, we don't need that plastic around. Yeah, he actually kind of regretted the suggestion. He didn't like the end results on the other builds. Well, paperwork's always good. Me and the wife are figuring out how to renovate the kitchen / home office. She had her eyes on this set. She goes, I want to build the pink one. I go, nope. Well, in all fairness, she could build the second one I got. So what kind of paperwork, if you don't mind me asking, what are you doing? Why are the little bags harder to get open? This will officially be the most pink I've ever handled. Lego and Excel. Ah. Nice. So you're actually going through with it. Great. I promise you'll feel better once it's gone. Because in the back of your head, you've been holding on to it thinking it has a value. And it does to some people. Does it have value to you? I bet you it doesn't. You'll be glad it's gone. I gotta get my wife to organize our file cabinet. We got one of those 5-drawer, 36 or whatever inch wide units, the beasts, which I bought when we first got married. Actually, way before that. And it's holding up quite well. It's funny, I bought that in the same store, Staples, although it was probably whatever name before that, that I bought the piece of crap I got under here, which is the 2-drawer little tin foil thing. Worst file cabinet I ever bought. Hey, Jaden. So tell us, what Mega Bloks did you get? Oh, you're looking at this crap. I shouldn't call it crap. I fully intend to build it. Ooh, another swig. Glacier cherry. Doesn't taste like cherry. Oh, and the new Warthog. Yeah, I'll be glad when I get around to it. This one here, let's see. I actually got 2, and the second one was by accident and didn't cost me a dime. You know, in Monopoly, you get that card, bank finds in your error, collect $200. Well, shipping company found in my favor. In the end, the shipper said keep it. And it's like, really? Yep. But yeah, that's a nice set. And, you know, for the most part, they just keep getting better and better. I can't believe how much pink there is in this set. Oh, hey. Welcome to the stream, Doom. Tell me about it. You know, maybe I should have let my wife claim it. She tried. She tried twice today when she saw that bag sitting there on the desk with the second one not finished. Hey, thanks, Jaden. I appreciate that. We'll commit that to permanent in the video. Ah, I'm old school, Mama. Pink is a girl's color. You know, I was in a Walmart one day when this woman had walked in, and all she wanted to do was get her granddaughter a dress. You know, a nice pink, purplish, frilly little dress. And she asked for help, and the sales associate in there totally ripped her a new hold, you know. Like, how dare you, this and that. Maybe she wants pants, or maybe she wants... This poor woman came in and just wanted to get a dress for her grandchild, niece, whatever. Just mind your own business. Oh, no. But what is a male? Oh, I'm not going down that hole with you. No way. But I am old school, so that tells you enough right there. I assume this is white. Yeah, it must be. If it's not, I will fix it later. Some of my lights actually distort the color. I would definitely prefer if this was blue, that's for sure. That's my color. Hey, there was a time I wouldn't even wear a yellow shirt. And I can see I didn't color correct that camera very good. This one is fine. That's pretty much the color I'm wearing. Well, yeah, there's that too, right? If you know, why sell that stuff? But yeah, that was just outrageous. Like, you're supposed to be there to help us. And that person just like totally went off on that customer. Like, you gotta be kidding. Mind your own business. So, what did I do wrong? Oh, my wife loves green. I think I skipped completely over building the minifig. I did. I was so close to hooking up my fourth camera and I ran into a network snafu. It will have to wait. But once I wrap my head around the logistics of it, it will be a nice addition. Because I'll have zoom in ability. Now there's a name. Sandman Niner Arsenal. More Call of Duty Mega Blocks. Wait. Do you know of some actual sets? You got... Because I'm, you know, I would love to see some more. Jaden, I did buy a fair bit off of eBay. The stuff that was, you know, long gone from store shelves off retail, yeah. I mean, that's how I collected a lot of the older warthogs from my complete warthog video I made over a year ago. A lot of those were eBay hits and a few Kijiji hits, and but yeah, it was the only way to buy some of this stuff once it was gone from local shelves. So tell us which ones you got, Jaden. Oh, we're back to the stickers, are we? And the #1 Lego tool, screwdriver. Oh, the Banshee video. Yeah. Is that the one I linked? I want to get this right. I made a mistake in last night's stickering. I was fortunate I was able to fix it cleanly. This blows people away. I use a screwdriver. Yeah, okay. So your collection, your Banshee collection. So how's that doing? Whoa. Oh, okay. 2021. Let's go. Yeah, hey. How many hits you getting on your videos so far? Same as you're usually getting, or you notice anything different about the hits you're getting on the Banshee? Okay, I want to make sure this is right. Okay. Ooh, I like that. That's as good as it gets. That's dead perfect. And the sticker applicator. Oh, I definitely made my color correction on the screen bright. That's okay. Lots of pink for Mama. Honestly, I haven't checked the Banshee video back on its views. I'll see how it is. Yeah, I'm curious just to see if you got any kind of rub by having a link off of my video. It's tough, you know, because I've already gotten the bulk of my links. I don't even know how my video's doing. I haven't checked now since I probably linked yours up to it. I don't think it's broken 40K yet, but it's definitely been a nice slow burn. Okay, 17. Hey, 17. That's a nice number. 1717. And you say it's more than usual, so that's a good start. Now, here's what I would do. You take that video, especially if it's one of your higher performing ones, drop in 5 links to some of your other videos, and then make sure you're doing that for a bunch of your key videos. If your videos are 3 to 5 minutes long, drop in your V cards, every 30, 40 seconds across the top. You're allowed 5. Do it. Do it. I know it's time consuming and I forget to do it, but yeah, that's what you should do. So here, let's throw this up so everyone can see. So Jane got the Warthog, Black Ops 4 standoff, and the Black Recon. Nice. Very nice. Yeah. And the cards pay off. I've looked at some of my analytics, and I'm definitely getting some good link backs through my own links. It's just one more administration thing you got to do as an uploader. And you upload a lot, so I know it's going to be a pain, but it's worth it. Especially for the quality of the stuff you're doing. I had gone back at one point. I was trying to do it for 100 or 200 older videos, and I get tired. Whenever I get bored, I go back and I hit some up, trying to bring them all in line. I wish there was a good way of doing it reliably. I would just like to see some new big builds for Call of Duty. I don't want figure packs or little weapon packs or any of that kind of stuff. No nickel and dimes, give me big solid builds. Ghost Tactical Helicopter. Oh, I tell you, Sand, you hit me where it hurts. I gave up trying to get it. I tried for 2-3 months solid to get it from a few people, and I couldn't get a deal I was willing to pay for. Some guys want over $300 for it. It's like, no, not happening. I like it. Not enough. I already went in way overboard on that theme. And I'll never be a completist on it, so it's like, nah, you're not getting that money out of me. Not happening. And for a few guys who, I passed on deals, they came back to me. And, they offered, $50 less than what they wanted first time. Now I'll make them sweat now. Maybe I'll regret it, but I think they'll come down more. Oh, Fave Lego. I'm always going to go with the old standby, my UCS Falcon when I had it built. Had it built for 2+ years. Took it down to make space. But that's an easy one. It's huge, it's big, it's expensive, details are great. But how about my UCS Vader TIE Fighter? It's whatever number of years old now. It isn't even that great a build by today's standards, but it's a nice set. It really is. Favorite Mega Blocks? I haven't built my favorite Mega Blocks yet, unless... it'd be nice to say, you know what? The Call of Duty Harrier. That's a great jet. And actually, and for non-Lego, non-Mega Blocks, Zhengbao Warthog, which is a A10 tank killer jet. I love that thing. Beautiful build. Now I had to correct it because the design had a very minor flaw. And all I did was basically use some Lego to fill in some gaps, and it was beautiful when I was done. Let's throw this up. I got 2 new Halo combat units, that large energy sword. That energy sword's nice. I think I'm going to enjoy building it, but I want to light it up, so I may not just build it as soon as I had hoped. I might investigate the way some people have built it and see if it's worth me getting EL wire or something else and trying to light it up. That new Pelican is so nice. I regret not jumping on it. I regret not jumping on it because it was on, that was what, 25% off. I didn't mind linking it to a lot of people, but it's like I kept thinking about it and just didn't do it. That is definitely going to be a regret. But I had to draw the line. I can't collect it all. I need to build another one of those. Yeah, I mean, I guess I want to have a good idea of it before I go in. I might watch some videos. And, here, I don't need that going. Yes. China. Don't. Everyone pretty much knows my name. We don't need 3 instances of Rick up there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We got troublemakers coming in now. Guys trying to come up with their own catchphrases now. And what is that? I'm making the D.Va mech from Overwatch. If you're familiar with the game, then pretty sure you'll know the mech. Oh, the Stormtrooper head. Yeah. I'll tell you, the Boba Fett I like the least of these 3. And I think I like the black one the best, so I'll probably build it last because I like to get the hurt out of the way. I think it's actually the Boba Fett one. It's not a great build. I think the gaps in it are unsightly. Hey, Doom, don't laugh. I did build a Gundam. You go back 2 years and you'll see the Gundam I built. 3,500 pieces. K Super 19K or whatever that company's name was. Beautiful. I had to do a lot of fixes, and actually that's some of my better videos, I think. A lot of people still bug me for that. Huge build, and it's a good 8 or 10 inches taller than the Voltron. Because that thing on its own is 24, and that's with its legs spread. And me doing a custom 3-piece mod underneath the crotch for a better support on the stand. But yeah, it's an easy 24 inches. Not a lot of Lego sets have gone 24 inches. You know what my favorite Lego Speed Champion set is? It's one I don't own. It's that new 8-wide Ferrari, the red one. Of course it's red, right? But yeah, I still want to get it, and I don't want to pay $24.99 Canadian for it, and I've only seen it a few bucks off, and I want a better discount. But I'm also afraid that if I buy it and go down that road, I'll want more of them. The only time I've ever bought any of those was for parts. But that's the first one I want to build. I didn't like the Speed Champions when they were six studs wide. Didn't like them. And then they went to 8 wide. The first bunch of designs were not bad. I mean, it's still very heavy on stickers, a lot of them. But at 8 studs wide, it just gave them enough to, get the builds right at that scale. But of course, now the 8 wides don't look good beside the 6 wides. And of course, the 8 wides don't look good against anything bigger. And the 8 wides barely fit in the city properly. And now you got the new problem with the new road plates, I think. Lego screwed everybody up. For some reason, I have 29 mega blocks, but only 3 cars. 3-seat car. 3-seat car? What do you mean by 3-seat car? I do like all the branded car sets. I mean, that's one thing about the Speed Champions I like. A lot of branding going on. But they haven't all been winners. And I'm curious if they got one guy pumping them out for consistency or if they got a bunch of guys going at it. That's okay, Jaden. Are we sure I'm not the youngest here? I know you can't see on the small screen, you know. I could be the youngest here, no? Oh, only 3 can get into them, yeah. Oh, thank you, T-Mog. Next you'll get me shut down because it'll look like I'm being botted. Ooh. So, new part of the build. Spartan Tribute Pack. I know a lot of guys who want to pick that up. I don't go after much of the small stuff with the mega blocks. I mean, I wouldn't have picked these up 2 weeks ago, except they had all 5 of the wave. Like, I never see that, so it's like, you know what, why not? And then since I pretty much have every one of the releases of this guy, I figured, hey, I'll grab this too, because this was just sitting around. Series 8, I guess, Master Chief. Some nice print and paint on. But what I hate, I'll tell you what I hate. The blisters from Mega Constructs. Okay, so this one doesn't have it. Let's see if these have it. Okay, so this has got the quick release here. A little piece of plastic that's not glued down. It's got an arrow. You rip it up. But they don't need that. The glue is horrible. These separate after a couple of years, a bunch I got. Some of my older ones are very finicky. And I hadn't even opened them. So I actually, on one of them that had popped, I added new glue because I want to be able to open them all together one day. Do I have all the red team? Probably not. Probably not, because when it comes to Mega and Halo, I have the Warthogs, everything. I have 2 or 3 of the tanks. I've got the helmet. I've got the sword. And a couple of the builder boxes. Lego military, mess up with the Indiana Jones sets. They did military sets. Yeah, you know, I think Lego just views it as, since it was a licensed movie set, that's their out and their excuse. Because there's definitely a lot of people who draw the line saying, yeah, look, Indiana Jones has got, you know, Nazis and military and all this stuff in it. And you'd think that'd be against their policies. I think this is the year I give up arguing that with people. You got a lot of Lego apologists who'll cut them slack. It's basically official now. You're the Lego. So, is this self-proclaimed, or is someone else giving you the title? Ooh, where are these pieces? Oh, you bought. Oh, do tell. How'd you buy it by accident? Self-proclaimed. That's okay. Gotta start somewhere. You tell it to enough people, and then they'll tell it to other people, and then it'll be fact. Just look at Donald Trump. He figures if he keeps telling people he didn't lose, it's going to become fact. What did I do wrong? Okay, if that's like that, these go up. Last person to upload anything that mentions Calgary Lego had 958 subs. I have more than that. Nice. Is there a way to look up regional stuff on YouTube? Or by regional uploaders? Nice. Oh no. Oh no. There's one too many Corys in the chat. I wish that was a thing. Yeah, me too. Because I'm curious about that. Oh no, I know like a lot of the Toronto guys, either personally or just through, reputation. So it's easy enough for me to figure out who's who on the Toronto scale. Hey, wow. Hey, Brickbinder, welcome. Oh, Trump or Biden? Jesus, they're both messed up in different ways. I want Trump out for a lot of reasons, and then I'm afraid of Biden coming in. Trump screwed up the relationship with Canada so bad. I know, so much pink. And then I actually, I went from 50 to 58% on my color saturation, so these are actually looking a little more pink. Da, 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 da. I'm going to throw some of this around here. One sec. Boom. Where is everyone here? Oh, it's so slow. Come on. See if I get this right this time. Boom. Boom. And I want to say... You know what? Oh, what am I missing here? Duh, I sent it to me again. Boom. I can't figure this out. Why? Okay, I know what. There's always a workaround, right? Oh, you're welcome to. It's up to you. I was throwing those around. I need to find a better way of doing things. A. Oh, and I messed that up, see? Copy. Corey, I wish you were on my Facebook. There, I've sent it all around. Anyone who wants to pop up. Give me a thumbs up if you're cool, T-Mog. All right, Shazam.
Hello there.
Go. Hey, good evening. Hey, oh, with Chris is there. I want to put that up for everyone in Canada. So what he's talking about is, Chris is talking about the 64, you can't see mine now, but my classic 64 bin blue stackers. They're cheap quality, but a lot of people use them and they're on sale again. Yeah, I've got a lot of them. I got just 9 around me right now. They're great. Quality isn't the best. There's definitely better units out there, but you're going to pay more for them, especially ones at Canuck Tire. Thanks for the heads up, Chris. I saw someone post that earlier. I should have mentioned that. Yeah, Jane, we're on Facebook and YouTube right now at the same time, streaming them both. So, you building anything? Or
No, I might tomorrow. I got some encouraging words from my grandmother saying that I should build the vintage car tomorrow.
Oh, nice. Oh, so she likes it?
Yeah. I showed it to her the day before I went to the Lego store, and she's like, "Oh yeah, that is a cool build." Because I like to show her the occasional stuff that I want, that I plan on getting and such. So she's like, "Yeah, definitely go get that." Because I told her my whole plan, and apparently she might want to throw in a few things that are going to change my plan in a good way, making it stuff where I don't have to return those 2 sets I got. Hopefully.
Oh, well, that could be okay. A little money in a card might be nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
That could be okay.
Yeah.
Oh, grandmas are great. Always
True.
be nice. Always be nice to your grandmothers.
True that.
When I was a kid, my grandmother had a little problem, so she was kind of booted out of my house. Yeah, that's okay though. So I figured out where she lived, and then I would visit her after school. And yeah, that was a long walk. It was like 1 hour one way. So it's like, yeah, I kind of got in trouble one night when I didn't come home before dinner.
Yeah.
And people figured out where I was going. But yeah, I missed my grandmother, so
Yeah,
afterwards I got permission to go. But you know what's funny? Once you had permission to go,
you didn't want to go.
No, there's one too many Corys again. Give me a thumbs up if you're good. Oh, he's good. All right. Shazam! I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll make this.
Hello there, Corey.
Let's make this less congested. There we go. No one needs to see my desk twice.
Yeah, I think
that's just me showing off.
I think I'm gonna put this on. My bed hair is bugging me too much on camera.
I think I just messaged you on Messenger.
Yeah, okay. I didn't realize I had you on there.
I just looked you up.
Okay, sweet.
I guess I could do another bag of this Ecto 1. Bag of my own quad.
Oh, you're not done yet?
Oh, no. I just poking away, man.
I've been checking in all day, and there's not been a lot of streams out there. It's been quiet, at least in my circle. Did you find a lot of streams today, or?
Sarah streamed today. Greg Lendenbridge Ricks, he streamed today. Who else streamed?
I'm having a hard problem with notifications. Like, okay, so
Notifications are terrible.
over the pond thing that you're doing, right? I went in there 15 minutes before, set a notification, got nothing. And I tell you, I really, really hate YouTube right now. I'm getting less than half the notifications I should.
YouTube says in their terms and service agreement that they only send out 35% of the notifications.
Really?
Wow.
So if you read the fine print, I think they say they send out 35% right away, and then they slowly trickle the other ones out over the next half an hour.
And this is why the biggest YouTubers will do their best to say, hey, everyone, get on my email mailing lists, and we'll email blast you on a new video or whatever.
Discord works really well for all this.
Yeah, because YouTube's just letting us all down.
I think so. Building Across the Pond is on Sunday. That's tomorrow.
Oh, okay. So that's it. I missed the date on that.
Yeah.
Well, I went in there what I thought was 15 minutes before. I go, okay, I'm going to set that notification on that video.
Yeah, no, it's tomorrow, so you didn't miss it.
Okay, so I didn't miss it. That's good.
I've been all messed up with days because of the holiday.
Yeah, it's not easy remembering something like that.
I've been off work for a week too, and that doesn't help.
So are you going back in Monday, or you haven't figured that out?
As of right now, I am not. Usually I don't work very much this time of year.
Okay.
Although it's unseasonably warm with not a lot of snow, so I really don't expect to be off as long as I normally am. But they do know they got to give me some heads up because I don't really plan for daycare this time of year, so I need some heads up on. As of right now, I do not have to work on Monday.
Yeah, they got to be a little bit reasonable. We actually got some snow that stuck around. I'm surprised.
I don't know if you noticed earlier, but Jaden, who's in the chat there, subscribed to you yesterday, so he's a new viewer.
Yeah, well, no, I acknowledged him earlier when he said he subbed.
Yeah.
Pretty sure I did, yeah.
I had left when I was putting in the link, so I missed a little bit.
Yeah, it's nice seeing my numbers grow. I tell you what was really nice was seeing all my Facebook groups all progressing nicely and on their own without me pushing so hard. It's nice when things just get to that point where it's just growing and hitting little milestones on their own, and I don't even have to acknowledge them. They're just happening now, and it's like, yes, that's where I want things to be. Where I don't have to be happy about every 50 or every 100. It's just happening now. But I'm also seeing the drama that's starting to develop,
So the car is sold out in Canada for now.
Oh, which one is? I'm sorry?
This one.
Yeah, the vintage promo.
Yeah, well, we were still, me and T-Mark, we were still streaming at 2 in the morning Toronto time, and and he was looking it up and stuff, and yeah, it was something else when it disappeared off the
garbage.
site.
Oh. That was supposed to go there.
I figured it would, pop up again periodically over the next 6 to 12 hours, but I'm not hearing that much.
I think it'll come back in a week or so. They'll put out some.
I think so too.
Like you don't. I was talking to Jazz about this. You don't run a promo for a month without having some stock behind it. Like
yeah,
it's
or
not
at least plans that it's going to get restocked. Yeah.
Right. Like why wouldn't they run it for a week like they normally do with promos if they only had X amount like that and the Book of Monsters like. I just don't see them as being investment promos because when you're running them for a month, I think there's got to be piles.
Everyone gets it, and yeah, it's not hard to get. But if you're a collector, you're going to chase it. You're going to want it.
Well, I got 2. I couldn't not get a couple of them. I'm going to build one and keep one just because that's the way I like to do it. But
The surfboard on the side, is that meant to be just a detail or is that meant to be a surfboard?
It's just a detail. However, I've seen a few
That's
reviews and it pops off really easily, which can get annoying, I'm assuming.
yeah, yeah. I think that's one of those parts that's not ABS plastic, by the way. You know how we were talking about the trees and other things. I think that surfboard is a softer material, and I think that has an effect. I could be wrong though.
I think it was the studs that were like it was a brick on that was on the side that was making the surfboard connect, and that was where the issue was that it wasn't clutching onto the thing properly or something like that. I could be wrong.
Okay.
Have
I mean,
either of you built the Ecto One?
I haven't built it yet.
It's weird, man. Like this whole middle chair section is weird. Like
The
it's
slide
not,
out chair, yeah.
it's not attached to anything, and it's freaking me out that I did something wrong. But I went over it and over it. And like,
Maybe later in the build, something will encapsulate it and keep it in place. I
I
mean,
yeah, I even messaged Martin about it. I was like, I think I did it wrong. He's like, no, 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 don't worry, just keep going. Like, okay.
no, I'm waiting for an order because I ordered a handful of the extra white parts so I can have a hot swap stickered parts for non-stickered parts, so
Oh
I
yeah.
can build it either way. And I just don't have them yet.
I got to get on the horn and order those new Batmobile hood pieces that they released.
Oh yeah, the three pieces of 2x6.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're shiny as opposed to that matte textured surface piece you had. Yeah, I remember that. It was what an odd thing for them to do too in that build. With all the checks and balances, and they have people who build and rebuild a set before it goes out, and they didn't think that looked odd at all.
It was just laziness, man. But there's a
Yeah,
couple sets that I find they get to a certain point of the build and they're just lazy after that. Like a lot of the Avengers mechs,
yeah,
the new Hulkbuster, the well, the Molt Man, like you get through the body and they're decent, they're good for mechs, they're good for what they are, and then you get to the head and just like okay, you gave up.
yeah. No, T-Mog was. We were going over some of the mechs and stuff, and it's like this gray one here from this Overwatch. I think is one of the best small mechs they've built. This is just a
Yeah.
sweet looking little build. And then we were talking about the Marvel ones, like you were building there, Corey, and it's like, oh man, I get it. They're smaller piece count. They're for a different market, different demo, but it's like it's so cheap looking, and they look like something we would have built when we were 10 years old.
Yeah, and they're very very simple, and like especially
Yeah.
with the Miles
And that's what
Morales.
that's what they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be simple.
Yeah, with the Miles Morales one is very bad. Like it's they didn't even bulk anything up. Like you're basically buying that set for that figure.
Yeah.
You're not buying it for the mech because the mech is by far the worst out of all of them.
And I always hate ripping on a set like that because there's someone else who's looking at it and going, "It's amazing." It's
It's
well,
good
no,
for
just
what
think
it is,
that is somebody's first Lego set.
Yeah.
You know, in
and
5 years
it's
they're
good
gonna
for
go
what it
look
is.
back.
It's just like the new X-wing and Tie Fighter. Like they're not really my favorite sets, but I'm more of a display detail UCS. Let's do it, go big or go home kind of guy. I
Yeah,
have a job. I make my own money. I can get bigger sets if I want, but it's not for everybody, right? Like you gotta, I get it. They're
yeah,
smart trying to appease to that market, and if they're going the route of wanting to keep sets on the shelf longer and take away from the clearance side of things, then they're probably doing it right.
yeah. It'll be neat to see how that pans out. But I'm all in favor of cheap sets. Make as many as you want. There's They hit us with so many high-end sets in the last 18 months. I've got like buyer's fatigue.
See, and I'm all good for cheap sets as well, but don't make it the only option.
Yeah,
I like give
I
me
don't
an
think
option.
there's any fear of that. I think there's so much coming down the pipe that I think we'll be happy. I'm hoping.
I just want the bigger, better, more detailed. That's got to be this piece here
I know
now.
so many people are worried. Oh, is Lego going to still have Star Wars after 2021? I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, of
These
course.
two companies have been, looking at the bags of money for so long. They're not walking away from that.
It would be a good choice either if they did.
I mean, can you imagine the alternative? Hey, I like the modern Mega Block stuff, but I don't want to see Mega Blocks or anyone else pick up Star Wars. I really don't.
Yeah.
And how tight do you think Disney is in with Lego? Like, how much
Come
influence
on.
do you think?
One or the other is probably in a position to buy each other, and they
Right.
probably really look at that as an opportunity down the line. Like maybe
So
we should
knowing
just buy
that,
Lego, or Lego should just buy Disney. One or the other.
like Disney has released a 5, 6 year plan to put everybody's mind at ease to say, look, this is things that are coming. Just they're gonna come when they come, and be patient. And like, there's no way Lego's not involved with all that stuff. There's years and years. Like, they're gonna get their billions of dollars back that they paid for the franchise, and then some. That's the end game. Like, they wouldn't have bought it for the price they bought it if they didn't think they could get it back.
Well, I know $4 billion, and everyone laughed. It's like, no, that's a long-term plan to make money, and they're smiling all the way to the bank. And they can afford to play the long game. And they did. They proved that with The Mandalorian. With the first season, we had almost no merchandise last Christmas a year ago. Almost nothing. And then the merchandise came and everyone ate it up.
Do you have to go outside? I have to go let my dog out.
Sure.
I'm wondering if they're going to do a Mandalorian promo for May the 4th. Like, there's a handful of opportunities they could jump on for minifigures if they decided to actually return to minifigures as May the 4th.
Yeah.
But also for builds as well, they could hop on a bunch of ideas for that as well.
I'm all in favor of the polybag, promos. Nice, cheap little things. We all love them. And I'd love to see them come up with some exclusive figures for May the 4th. And then another one for, December for whatever new shows launch.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm going to throw this question up here because I'm a good one to answer this one. What's my favorite off-brand Lego? Ooh. I'm going to say Jingbao, just for the military sets. The tanks, the planes, the helicopters. And there's a bunch of other weird ones. Like, here's one you probably haven't heard of. Ausini, Ausini. I built pistols and M16 rifle, which was, say, 3/4 life-size scale. Like, it's nice. I'll bring it down, not today, but for another. I'll do a Let's Chat broadcast, and I'll just show off some of these odd sets you've never seen anywhere. And that's a great set. Very realistic looking. But it falls apart in two bad parts. It's not glued or anything, and it's like, it definitely has that cheap feel, but it looks amazing. It's a great display piece if you put it there and just don't touch it. But if you do this, it'll collapse. Yeah, and that's because it's basically a mock, and there's a real difference between, let's say, what Lego puts out there and what other people do, because Lego does do a lot of product testing, and they'll make sure that this doesn't just fall apart when you shake it usually. Whereas some of these other guys, especially from China, build it once, maybe, pump it out there, don't care what happens. People are going to buy it up and it doesn't matter. They'll fix it. And they will. I mean, we've all probably fixed everything we've built at some point. You do a build and it's like, oh, that's just not right. I'll swap a part for color, or I'll swap another part because it's better or stronger. It's very rarely I get through a big build and not put my own little touch on it.
Oh, I very rarely change sets.
Really? Oh. No, if you look at a bunch of my stuff, now it might be stealthy what I'll do and you won't notice it, but there's one or two where if you know what it is I've built, you'll see the changes I've made. But actually, when I built the UCS Vader TIE Fighter, the original design is, as far as I'm concerned, it's missing 4 2x4 bricks inside under the panels. And because there's gaps in there, and if you put 2x4 bricks in it, it fills it up nicely and it just looks better.
Right.
To me, it was a no-brainer.
I keep them original for like more of a, if I ever want to liquidate or something, then they're still in their original state.
Sure.
Like, mindset. Really.
It's easy enough to undo something.
And now it's getting bad now, because now I've gotten to the point where I'll buy one to keep original and I'll buy another one to start messing around with. So I was
Yeah,
original.
yeah. That's where I mean you've doubled the cost of your hobby right there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Sooner or later you'll have
I
to start
mean,
making decisions like, oh, am I really going to want two of these? And then
I'm
you
just
start going,
saying,
no, I
Disney
just want to
has
build it. And that's when
licensing.
you'll say, screw the second one.
You know what other licensing fees have gotten really, really high that I found is the Avengers stuff. They're like the
You think it's priced way too high now?
yeah, they're getting crazy. Like that Avengers compound was like 120 $140 here in Canada, and it had like 650 pieces.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
Was there a lot of large pieces or not so
Oh, you
much?
got a Thanos minifigure. You got the what was it, Thanos? You got a Hulk big fig. You got the Nebula in her time heist, and you got the micro Ant-Man. Those were the exclusives to like that one.
I know the big figs definitely raised the price, but that's outrageous. That's a lot
I
of money.
know, like my Walmart has a couple of them around here, and that helicopter, you know, the one with the Hulk in his time heist suit,
Yeah.
that dropped in price.
Oh, really?
So I was like, okay, maybe this other one will drop in price, but it hasn't yet.
Hmm.
Oh no. There's someone else stealing my catchphrase.
Oh, wrong account. Corey's still building. Yeah, why not? It's Saturday night. Let's get the party started. Let's build some Technic.
Those words have never been spoken. Let's have fun. Let's build Technic.
Build some
I
Technic. Let's
shouldn't
get
say that
started.
because there's a lot of Technic fans, but I tell you, it is so hard. So hard on my hands, I tell you.
I didn't find it that difficult. The biggest thing with Technic that was different for me was the fact that you had to prep it. And if you prepped it, then
Yeah, it makes it so easy then.
you set yourself up for success.
Yeah.
And that's like I was used to kind of just opening bag 1, 2, 3, you know, and going from there. But the Technic, you kind of want to think it through first.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Jaden's floating around 2 accounts.
Pretty cool.
He must be on computer, I'm wondering, because like he's just saying one thing on Facebook and then another thing on YouTube, like almost 2 seconds apart, it seems.
Yeah.
Pretty cool printed pieces in this with the Ghostbuster symbol.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Oh.
This is like way past my bedtime.
I know.
Oh, wow.
You have bedtimes?
Here's a trivia question.
Oh, listen to that. You have bedtime?
A trivia question for you Ghostbusters fans. The chat can go too. So the no ghost logo for that ghost,
Yeah.
he actually has a name. Can you name that ghost?
Oh,
Here in the
and I'm a huge Dan Aykroyd fan, and I've listened to him talk about ghosts and everything. Oh.
Jazz,
no.
you got nothing.
No, I got nothing.
He's like, I don't hear you typing on the Google.
No,
My hands are on screen twice here, so I can't get away with
Mowgli,
that.
I think is how it's pronounced.
What is it?
I don't know. Mooglie.
You were on the Google.
Maybe.
Yeah, if you can't say it, then you were definitely cheating.
Yeah, it's Mooglie or
Moogly?
Mooglie.
Is that-
Mooglie. Mooglie.
Okay.
I didn't know that he actually had a name.
I'm
Yeah,
not
that's a cool
shocked.
fact.
Dan Aykroyd, his family actually is in the funeral business. And that Ghostbusters was born out of his family's 3 generations of stories and stuff. And then him, working with the other, was it Harold Ramis or whatever? Anyway, a huge collaboration. I mean,
He
that's
was
such
a funeral guy in My Girl as well.
Oh yeah. Yes, you're right.
They owned a funeral parlor in that show.
Yeah. Boy, he just doesn't. I mean, is a real method actor guy. I mean, he just brings real life into it.
Yeah, he was great in The Burbs too. I'm probably dating myself quite a bit here.
Yeah, no, he's.
T-Mog's gonna be like, "What are you talking about? The Burbs? What's The Burbs?"
As long as he doesn't say who's Dan Aykroyd, then we're okay. Once he. Oh no! Did we throw you with that? Is it? Do you know who Dan Aykroyd is? Really? Oh no!
I'm too young, I guess. I don't know.
Oh no! Okay. Well, we're gonna have to ban you from the live streams. As soon as I stop slurring my speech. The good news, I'm so slow with the computer that by the time I figure out how to ban you, will be 4 more streams in. So.
Brick Maniac 81. What?
What? Where?
I see him. He's in. He's on YouTube.
Yeah,
Brick
but he's been stiffing us lately. He doesn't come on until the wife's in bed.
Mm.
Oh,
I think she already knows he's got a Lego addiction. I think it's too late. It's his other addictions you guys have to see. Oh my goodness. He's dabbling in all kinds of cool stuff. I wish I had the space for it.
okay. What is it telling me here? Oh, that's wrong, and that's the way I did it is wrong. Okay, that's what it's telling me.
So did you even take a break, Corey, or you just kept going?
No, I got up. And then jumped on YouTube and saw Richard was streaming, and then he threw a link out. So I thought, let's go build another bag.
Oh yeah, I'm usually in bed by like 10:30.
Oh,
Haven't even taken my bubble bath yet.
You need some apple juice to stay awake.
Oh no, the apple juice is the reason why I did a stream.
Oh no.
I had an apple juice and I'm like, yeah, well, I'm gonna stream. And then,
Lots of sugar.
but I'm not streaming tomorrow. I'll do my Marvel Monday.
Okay, you guys heard it. He said he's not streaming tomorrorow. I
Yeah, he
betcha at lunchtime I'm going to get on. And it's
No.
either... No?
no,
No.
'cause he'll jump on building across the pond
Yeah.
for a little bit and get his fix.
Okay.
Right?
I'll
get
get my
his fix
fix,
out.
you know?
Well, that's the thing. You'll jump on 4 other streams. I mean,
No,
and you're saying
that's
that doesn't
Corey.
count. I mean, just okay. So you're on mine. How many of you been on today?
None.
Just
I
yours.
don't. I don't.
I kept checking
usually-
all day, and that's the thing. It's like, oh, there's no. Where's Jazz? Where's Jazz? Where's Jazz? Where's Corey?
I don't normally
Where's Corey?
go on other people's streams, to be brutally honest.
Really?
Like, I'll go in the chat, say hello. I'll go on Martin's streams. But yeah, no. I don't know. I'm busy doing stuff. There's always something to do, right? Always something to do. in the
Always
Lego
something to
cave.
do in the cave.
Yeah. So now that I'm making 7 cents a day, you know, like,
I was waiting for him to slip that in. Which you don't make until you get 100, right?
You don't
Yeah,
get to do that until you make 100.
Something like that.
Yep. And it's like I was telling Jazz, it's like a month behind, right? So like if you can start with January, let's say, so the revenue you make in January, YouTube will calculate in February, AdSense will pay it out at the end of March.
Wow.
Right? So you're 2 months behind. So at the end of March you're getting paid for January.
All right. So in March, you'll be able to buy your Starbucks.
there you go.
Oh, but you also have to hit $100 threshold before they'll pay you out at all.
Yeah. Well, that's Jazz's next challenge, right?
No, I've already achieved my challenge. I'm not. That was my goal. So there's no pressure anymore. There's no. I had a goal. I wanted to get it done. I got it done. So.
I think it was very ironic that it happened on January.
The timing was
First,
something else. When I saw
right on
him
the
post that,
31st.
it's like, wow. I even told my wife, and she goes, really? Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
right,
they were singing "All the People" in Times Square, and I got my email. Welcome to the YouTube Partnership Program. I'm like, are you kidding me?
so poetic, man. So poetic.
I'd
Yeah.
be so afraid of it ending up in the junk folder and you just never seeing it. And it's like, Oh,
But you'll
you
never
missed it.
forget, right? You'll never forget the day they got monetized now.
Yeah.
That's true. Every time I hear that song.
Now you can do like 1 year being monetized giveaways and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'll have to do a 10,000 subscriber giveaway, so I'll
Oh,
probably do that in a few weeks.
That's
Oh,
going to be
don't
coming up, yeah.
don't talk about it because everyone's gonna be bugging you for it. That is so annoying when everyone bugs Jazz for free stuff.
Sorry, Jazz.
Oh, I gotta give Roxy Lego his $10 gift card. Forgot. Gotta get that done.
Get her done.
Get her done. All right, well, I'm gonna pop off, boys.
All right.
right.
Well, thanks for
All
dropping by.
Say hello.
My dog is wanting to come inside now.
He's outside.
Yeah, he's
How long do you leave it outside?
First of all, he's a him, not an it.
It's
Second of all, he's just
Chaz is not a dog
Back
person, apparently.
It's not that cold out, man. He's just chilling. He barks when he wants to come in. He's his own master when he's out there. Poop on your own schedule. I don't know.
Cool.
Barks says, "Let me outside." I let him out, and then he barks says, "Let me back in." I let him in. I'll be right back. See you, Jazz.
All right, we'll see you guys later. Bye, everybody in the chat. Brick Maniac, Mama Lego. Holy jeez, let's see if I can say this. Toa full. Oh, Toe full ultimate doom. And
Oh yeah,
Sam-
I never bother. I just say Doom. I gave up trying to say the whole thing.
And Jaden Balotti.
There's a whole story behind that name.
All right, no problem, guys. Gotta go. Bye.
Bye bye.
See ya.
And then there was 2.5 or 3. Well, 2 in a nice chair.
I'm back.
A really nice chair.
I just had the old dog in before he froze to death.
Why? How cold is it tonight?
I think it's like one.
Toa of Ultimate Doom is apparently how it's pronounced or said, whatever.
Like we just got our first little bit of snow. Like I've had green grass up until yesterday.
Lucky for me, it's been nothing but mixture between snow and ice,
Oh, it snowed and then it warmed right up and melted half of it away. Like it probably only snowed 3 or 4 inches. All right, where are we here? This is facing this way, so this is going on.
You know what is a piece of dog? Okay. This is why you don't put everything on the screen.
Yeah.
Read it in your head first.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's
Oh,
the way
yeah?
that's supposed to happen? Little double doors action.
Let's see it here. Let's throw you up on. Looks
Yeah,
slow on my end. What's going on? Ever since I opened up the Facebook, it's slow. There.
Yeah.
There we go.
Door.
Oh wow.
Door.
And now the chair flies out. Or
Well, the chair flies out, yes, but I'm scared to do it because it's not actually mounted to anything right
so
now.
it'll drop out, right?
Like you can just literally pull it right out. But according to sources, it's supposed to be okay. There's a steering wheel.
According to English sources in the UK, it
Steering
will
wheel
be fine.
moves the tires. Like I think everything's working as it should, but
Yeah.
it's
It's
pretty.
so- Such a
Like you're
big
supposed
build.
to have you're supposed to have rust stickers all over that.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't bother, and I
Well,
intend to do both. That's why I'm buying the extra parts.
Yeah, I was about to recommend you could just buy the pieces and put the stickers on the pieces and swap it out whenever you see fit.
Yeah, because I
feel like
want to
that's
show it
the
with the
option.
rust, but we haven't seen the movie yet, so it doesn't make any sense to us. But the
Yeah.
thing is, if you build it without the rust sticker, yeah, I know. Look at all the stickers. If you build it without the rust stickers, it still doesn't look like the original because of the fly-out chair and the ladders on the wrong side. Which these are all things you can fix, but it doesn't look like the original.
Yeah.
Right.
This car is different. So, but people are happy to not put the stickers on it, and that's cool.
Still looks pretty cool for Lego though.
Oh, it's wicked. For a car, they knocked that one out of the park.
The
You know what's funny?
aprons.
If you look at the knockoff from China of this is one of those ones where no one is going to be fooled. 3 companies have produced the knockoff. I don't know, $100, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. It is horrible in every way. It doesn't matter what bricks is made out of. They couldn't or haven't replicated all the parts on there. The windscreen and a bunch of other parts. So their substitutions stand out and they are horrible. You look at the back of it, it doesn't look like it matches up. The front windscreen is horrible. The ladder and some stuff on the roof. Oh, and the front bumper and headlamps, it all looks different. So
Well, it
at a
looks really
distance,
good.
at a distance, it might look like it passes for what Corey's got there, but nope, nope. It's not a one-to-one anything. It is the epitome of Chinese copycat stuff. They couldn't even get it right.
I wasn't
I don't,
originally.
and I don't believe it's intentional. I believe they just don't have those molds to do those parts right yet. But yeah, everything I've seen, just because I still keep my foot in that water because I want to stay on top of things. They're horrible.
Really got to get like the orientation of the piece down because you build one way and then they have you flip and turn it into a different orientation, and it's weird.
I've watched so many people now in the last month build that thing, and they just pull their hair out because they get it wrong.
Well, I feel like I've gotten it wrong, trust me. And then like I did something stupid. I opened bag 9 when I was on bag 2, and then I
Ooh.
mixed all those pieces up together, so I didn't know
Oh,
if I missed any and I was doing it on New Year's Eve when I was getting into the apple juice a little bit. I'm not a big apple juice guy, so see, I did this wrong.
you're gonna have to tell me your apple juice recipe.
It worked. Trust me. I think I only had 2 or 3, and it was enough. All right, so this is like, what did I do? It's like this. No, that's wrong. You get it all turned around. It's like you want this up top. You need a stud. Oh my goodness.
Oh, Jaden hit the trifecta. Subbed on. Oh, here, I'll even throw this up. Thank you, brother. Subbed on YouTube, liked on Facebook, and followed on Instagram.
The trifecta.
Yeah, he's got it all. Hey, I got one for you. Go fire up Snups.
Oh, that's
And
fun.
that's the Visual Archive, the collecting app that I use. I'm RM Brick B on that. And you can see virtually everything I've built in the last bunch of years and the 250 whatever sets I have yet to build.
Do you ever think you'll outbuild your buying?
No, but this will be the year I try because I'm trying this year to curb it back a lot. I'm not going to be chasing all the hot exclusives. I'm trying to bring it back to just a few core lines, ideas, but not everything. Although I do have them all pretty much, so it's like it's going to hurt to not buy them. And the Star Wars stuff, I'm going to rein it right back. Buying those 2 before the first, that was a big deal. Getting the X-wing and TIE fighter because that's what brought me to the dance. So it's kind of like I've already achieved, half of what I want, and then the next big thing would be the UCS set, whatever comes out in May.
Yeah.
If it's the
I'm definitely getting the Imperial shuttle in March.
the Imperial shuttle, and that isn't there supposed to be the clone vehicle?
People think it's going to be the gunship. I don't
Yeah,
think they'll
the
release
gunship.
it until a little bit later, but I could be wrong.
maybe October release for that.
Yeah. Hopefully, then I'll be able to afford it.
Well, from what I heard, and I don't know if I hear the right things or not, but there's supposed to be like a $200 UCS set somewhere around May, and then a $250 DC Star Wars set coming out after May, and then another big UCS Master Builder Series stuff in September, and we're supposed to have a lot more Star Wars sets in the summer wave than we had in the winter wave.
Okay, well, that could be cool.
Those are
I mean, that's a schedule I could swallow if I had to. I mean, for the pricey stuff.
Well, it's just that's kind of like it seemed like they just released some sets to get them by, right? Like here's a Mandalorian set, something everybody wants in a reasonable price with a new minifigure in it. Have that. Here's a whatever X-wing Tie fighter that we're gonna have on the shelf for a few years, and we'll focus on the rest in a little bit. It's kind of pressure, you know.
I'm still hopeful that they'll release a battle pack this year.
Well, I think the like, and again, this is just my personal opinion, but I think the absence of battle packs is the um, CMF thing. Like, I think they're going to do a Star Wars CMF, and they're going to change it into army builders have to buy individual figures, and go that way.
Well, see, the battle packs were born out of the license conflict from 1999 or 2000 when they had released those 3 sets of 3 figures.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Hasbro said, no, we have the exclusive on figures.
Yeah.
So
And they put a little build in them to take
put a
away.
little build in them, and all of a sudden it's a set.
And then in a couple, like it spawned this army building wave, right? People that wanted
Yeah.
to build armies, and I get it. Like people that needed 500 clones for a huge mock, right? Like David and stuff. But
Yeah.
they were never really for me personally. Like I'm okay with one battle pack, but again, I like the significance. I want the big stuff, the detailed stuff, the presence.
Yeah.
I want the presence on the shelf.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, I
But
definitely
again,
like
I'm
the big
also,
stuff.
I want everything.
Yeah, that wall behind you doesn't show a lot of restraint this year.
I just passed my 1 year anniversary on Christmas. Last Christmas was when I got my very first Lego set, so it's been a
Oh
year.
my goodness, you made up for lost time. Wow.
Yeah, I got the bug, man, and I just went a little crazy. Like,
Hey,
and but
my wife has.
this is the thing, though, right? When I got it, like you start getting into Lego. Let's say last Christmas, I got a first Lego set. I was like, oh, boof, I got the bite. I want Lego. You almost have 2 years to catch up on the shelf because you have to get all the stuff that's just on the way out. Plus, you have all the stuff that's just coming in.
Mhm.
So now that I've kind of got ahead of it, as for just pecking off old retired sets here and there and getting my holy grails of sets, like I want the Pirates of the Caribbean ships, all 3 of them, but it's just staying ahead of the game now. It's not as bad anymore. But
Hey everyone, play nice in the channel now.
they're going at it, rowdy bunch.
Yeah.
I'm
That's right.
not one talking about apple juice.
How's the fireworks in your area, Corey?
Didn't
Was it
hear
quiet?
many.
Didn't
I
hear
heard a
any.
couple like personal ones, like people that were just setting them off in their backyards and stuff, because I kind of live outside of the city.
Oh, okay.
But nothing major. They didn't want to promote the crowd gathering, I think, so they just shied away from it.
Here in Toronto, I tell you, until about 4 in the morning, I was still hearing small ones go off. Probably 6 or 8 blocks away.
Usually on a normal year, you can watch the ones in my little town off my balcony, so we don't have to go anywhere.
Okay.
Just huddle the kids up out of bed and wrap them in a blanket and out on the deck and watch the fireworks and hurry them back into bed, and we're done.
See, my daughter's not impressed by him, and it's like once she stopped being impressed by him, it's like, oh, that's kind of fun out of it for me now.
Yeah, and like again, I'm not too big on them either. But I would rather
Jane's
set them off than
asking.
to watch them. They just seem like an atrocious waste of money to me.
Oh yeah.
Money.
I mean, in these days, $50 gets you nothing, and then you're gonna burn it.
Yeah, that's basically what you're doing. You're taking all this taxpayer money and you're just lighting it on fire for pretty much this guy.
It's cute that you said taxpayer money, because I was making jokes the other night that it's all welfare money being used.
Where do you think that money comes from?
Yeah.
They get a piece of it from the Lego sets we buy. I can guarantee you that.
Well, we're 13% tax here in Ontario.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And it was an adjustment too because I came from BC, and in BC they split them. You have well, T-Mog's going to feel a little bit of this from Alberta, but Alberta doesn't have any provincial tax. But BC had GST and then they had PST, right?
Yeah.
Had 6.5, and 7 or whatever it was at the time, and you didn't pay GST on essential items, or is it PST on essential items? One of the two. You didn't pay one tax on essential items, so bread,
Yeah.
milk, all that kind of stuff. So when I moved out here, groceries were like astronomically more. Like going out to eat at restaurants, astronomically more out here than it is out west. And like T-Mog coming from Alberta, no provincial tax, they only pay 7% or 6.5% or whatever the GST is.
Think so, yeah.
I'm going to answer this for Jane here. What's your least favorite warthog? I'm sure Doom's got a whole bunch he could rattle off, but I'll tell you, honestly, any from the first 3 years, they're all pretty bad. They fell apart. They weren't good designs for the most part. They didn't get good until they made the Halo Fest edition or whatever the CE one was. PAX? Yeah, the PAX edition. Black, and it was nice. I like that one. But there was some horrible ones those first few years. They were not great designs. I know guys like the figures, but the builds were not great.
Ever since you brought up PST, Corey, it's reminded me of a story. Basically, my family went on a trip to BC, and we went to this grocery store. And of course, me being the kid that I am, I wanted to go check and see what they had for Lego Ninjago. And I'm trying to this day. I'm still trying to look for 2014 Ninjago sets for my collection, and they had the one set that was going into retirement, and it was like a $23.99 set, and it was the only one they had in stock, and I knew it was going into retirement. And I asked Mom, please, please, I can pay you back later. Just let me get this. And she's like, no, because you're gonna have to pay PST. When we get back to Calgary, you can buy it. And I'm like, okay, fine. Get back to Calgary, it's out of stock everywhere, and it had retired.
That was like a big thing, like when I lived in Kelowna. People would go to Alberta to buy vehicles, and then they finally caught on to that, and then they started making you pay the tax to register them back in BC
Oh, okay.
because you would just save thousands on not paying the tax on it.
There's a YouTuber I watch, Daily Driven Exotics. Lives in BC. His company and all his cars are all registered in Alberta.
Hmm.
He's got an Alberta number, Alberta, 1976, blah blah blah, and that's his license. That's his business license. And he swears by that arrangement because he says it's great for him money wise to have
Well,
all the cars registered there.
the insurance is all privatized out there, much like it is out here. So it's not like that in BC. It's provincially ran. So all insurance, they're just when I left 5 years ago, they just started to privatize some of the sectors, like all your comprehensive and your add-ons. Basically, you could
Right.
get those through private insurance. But as for basic, it's all ICBC. So insurance was almost double what I pay here for just
Really?
car insurance. And in Alberta, it's privatized as well, so it's more competitive, right? When
Okay.
it's privatized. So
Yeah.
you have people that obviously compete for the lower prices, and you get a better deal on car insurance.
Because I know we cry here in Ontario about the insurance, but I can't imagine it being higher.
Oh, no, man. If like I don't want to go into specific numbers, but out here because you can bundle everything together, like our home, auto, life, it's all bundled together. I would be paying $250 a month more in BC for exactly what I have now. With 2 vehicles, a house, me and my wife, right?
Yeah.
It would be like to give you an idea, it would be 30% more.
Wow.
It's significant. It was
I
one of the.
couldn't even tell you what we pay. My wife handles all that. Thank God. I don't even want to know the details.
Yeah, see, I handle the negotiations. There's the other.
My wife's a shark. With everyone.
Still don't know how the seat is supposed to lock.
Have a good night, Sans. Sands is leaving us.
Well, I think I'm gonna jump out too, buddy, for a little bit.
Okay.
I'm training in about 20 minutes. I'm gonna do a couple of things. It'll come up, maybe I'll build another bag.
Cool.
See what he's doing.
All right. You take it easy. Thanks for
Otherwise-
dropping by.
I may just lay on the couch and watch a movie.
Oh. There's a couple marathons on. Good stuff out there.
I really think like I did something wrong.
It's bothering you.
Well, I just don't see how the seat is supposed to be loose flying in this thing like that. Like I don't see how you can even lock it in after the fact. Like,
Well, you haven't gotten to the roof yet. There might be something you're going to build later.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Skip ahead in the manual.
I tried that just to see, but then I got overwhelmed.
It's all that apple. It's all the apple juice.
Jill, like it boils down to the fact that it's Lego. If I built it wrong, I can take it apart and build it again.
Yep.
True.
It's not Technic, so it won't take you forever.
So there's quite a bit of technique in it. Like, oh man, it's really not strong. Don't keep it up by the doors.
You're ripping it apart now.
No, where did that piece go first? Wait, that went in there. So that's like, oh man, T-Mog, what did I do, dude? All right, this goes on here. Yeah, right. What are you laughing at me? What's wrong? Oh no, that's not supposed to go there. This is supposed to be way down.
There we go.
Oh man, see what I mean? Like this build is just the bane of my existence. Because this,
You're gonna say it's amazing once it's all done. What a
Yeah.
great build!
how come that is on there, but this isn't? That doesn't make any sense. Where did this one come from? In there? Oh man, what did I do? All right, guess I'm not going anywhere. I got this piece came off. I don't know where it came from. I gotta see if I can find where I built it.
Be even funnier if once he puts it back on, he breaks it again.
But see, like
Oh no! Don't jinx him.
looking back at it, this is supposed to be on that green piece, not on the black piece. How did it end up on a black piece?
Because you got the black manual.
Hey,
I tell you,
this is
everyone
going
is complaining about all these black page manuals.
It glares off my lights a lot worse than the white does.
Yeah.
Like I'm constantly moving my head around trying to work around the glare. Oh, so it was way back there? Okay, well that definitely goes on like that. And then that definitely goes down there. Okay, so good thing I broke it off, gents, because I did it wrong to begin with. That went on there. This goes on here. Like that. And then this piece is going to go down below across this right here. Like that. Okay. Now we're back in business. So, like I was saying as I pick it up more gently, you can see the control panels, like all those control panels in here and stuff.
Yep.
Right?
It's the amount of detail, like all printed, no stickers, but little like jumper plates with clear tiles over them to kind of give the impression of a control panel.
It's nice.
It is really cool.
I like anything brick built. Anytime you can get away from stickers or even the printed stuff and it's brick built, I will always prefer that over a sticker or a custom mold.
Well, obviously we're still gonna have like this is basically minus the front bumper, the size of it, right? So here's the Technic Porsche.
Boy, I want that. That is so nice.
Here's the Ecto 1. So if we go back,
Oh wow.
the bumper is gonna come up probably to about here, right? Because this is gonna be a wheel well.
Yeah.
That's a wheel well, so the bumper is coming out to, so they're gonna be pretty close to the same length.
I want you to swap out the wheels the
With the
Porsche
Porsche
with the
grill?
yeah,
That'll look kind of goofy.
monster truck it.
Like as far as Technic sets go, man, like this one works.
That's a nice looking set.
And
Some are
then
just hideous, you know. They come up with a design and it just looks hideous when it's done. That actually looks really good.
right there, if I can get this looking up. Those Porsche across the bumper,
Yeah.
3 separate stickers.
Wow. Nice alignment though. You did pretty good.
Yeah, my OCD took over. It took me 20 minutes to apply them. I saved it till the very end because I was
Oh
like,
my.
oh my gosh. And then that S, the middle of the S there, I really had to adjust, man. Like
Good
I ordered,
job.
I ordered the McLaren, the $69 set.
Okay.
It's a little bit smaller scale, but I still think it looks pretty good. I had to order something to get another car promo, so because I needed to. Okay.
Because I needed to.
Well, I want to build one and then I want to keep one sealed. So.
Yeah. Well, if you had to do it for that, that's pretty good. That's a
my
good
problem
set, I
with
think. The McLaren.
the Nebula B frigate.
Uh-oh.
I
What
only
about it?
I have one.
Yeah, I know.
I want to build it, but I can't bring myself to open that set.
Yeah.
But I
it's-
have Jazz's. He said,
Oh.
I'll just build yours and I'll hold on to mine. When you're ready for yours, I'll just ship it back out to you.
Oh my goodness. You got some leverage over him right now.
I would never do that.
You sure? It seems like a pretty good idea.
I would never do that. It is a set that if Lego doesn't release another version of that model,
Mhm.
I will end up wanting to buy another one.
I'm convinced they're going to give another one to us, but with another box and another number.
Hmm.
I don't know, man.
I'm hoping it's not just, hopeful thinking, but
I don't know. I don't know with that one. Like, and don't get me wrong, I don't think they should. Like for me, I never in a million years would have made it to San Diego Comic-Con to
yeah.
get a set like that.
Well, I
never-
usually never bother. I almost never bother with these sets. I mean, usually the Fan Expo ones I do, just because I tend to, being in Toronto, I have access to that. But yeah, the San Diego stuff I usually have to pass on. It's too expensive and too hard to get. What a great year last year was. I was able to, cha-ching, get them all. But
for us little guys. Let's see
yeah,
that, kid.
but I don't believe that's ever going to happen again.
You're watching it on his Oculus. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see any more Bespins, and I don't think we're gonna see any more frigates.
No.
But I'm hoping that they release an actual frigate set at some point. Like you think if they have the little design down, they can do a bigger design, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, there's, I know you don't dabble in like even the rebrickable where you can buy the instructions for 10 or 15 bucks or $5 and then bricklink stuff. There's a couple beautiful mocks you could build of the Nebulon. There's one that is probably 24 inches long. You could probably bricklink it for $300 if you have none of the parts,
Yeah.
and you'll pay 15 for the instructions. I think
And I
for
do
that one.
have quite a bit of bulk, but it's just not. I just don't know what I have. Like
Yeah.
organizing it is a nightmare.
Well,
I gotta-
you'd be bricklinking something. There's going to be something in that build you just don't have, and you'd be pulling your hair out trying to work around it.
Oh, 100%.
But there's a couple of great mocks. And again, you could always go to the Chinese who ripped off the one guy and spend 120 and build it, and you'd be just as happy. You won't be able to ever sell it, but it'll look great on your shelf behind you because everyone's going to ask, "What's that behind you?"
The one fake set.
Yeah.
It's gonna sound
Well,
terrible.
it's not your one fake set because you got one fake set already.
I have 3 left.
Oh, you have 3 now. I only know the TIE
I've
Fighter. What else
always
have you
had
got?
5. I had 5 total. So when I first started collecting, and I did what I'm sure a lot of people do, and then I knew nothing, right? Why is this so much cheaper than that?
Yeah.
Why? So you can watch the videos, you can hear what people say, but you don't know.
Yeah.
right? You don't like I don't know. So, and I also knew enough not to put all my eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
So I ordered a bunch of them because they were literally nothing, cheap,
Yeah.
nothing, whatever. And I got the black and orange Pose X-Wing, which is this one here. This is a Lepin version.
Yeah.
Okay, I got the first order TIE fighter, which is broken now because one of the clips broke off this wing.
Oh, the clip actually broke, or it dislodged?
This clip up here broke. You can see it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But I mistreat it too because it's
Yeah, I've watched you abuse it.
yeah.
So,
So I can't just blame that. But I have these two left, and then I have the Star Destroyer is a fake Star Destroyer, but I got it for $70, right? So
wow.
and that was the first time I had built kind of a 3,000 piece set, and of
Really? Your
course,
first experience with a big set was a fake one? Wow.
came in one big bag, all the parts.
Yep. Oh, it's hilarious when you get some of these and it's like the big bag and the big box. The box is no longer square. It's all been rolled around
No
so
box,
much. Oh,
bubble,
not even a box. It was just a
bubble
gray
envelope.
pack. Just a
Yeah,
big gray pack. Oh, okay. Wow.
yeah, with the instructions in there. Luckily,
Because
there's
when I did Gundam, which is that Super 19 whatever Chinese company, it's a big thing like this, but it's a bag in a box. But by the time it's done, it looks more like a pillow from your couch because it's all been rolled around. It has no shape as a box anymore. And
like I said, I got these sets at the beginning, right? And then I've obviously learned, and I would never go back. And I've done some, like I've used them to do fun things. Like I crushed the Lepin AT first order walker with an excavator, like
yeah,
a 170 excavator. Like I lit the fake Millennium Falcon on fire. Like I'll do some crazy. I'm gonna throw the Star Destroyer off my roof once things align. I only have one shot at it, so I got to make sure things align when I.
so this is January. What are we on? January 2nd. You guys hold me to this. April. I'm gonna take my Lepin or Lili uh, first order TIE fighter. Now the plan is I'm going to make an art piece. I'm going to buy foam board. I'm going to make the crash scene where Finn and Poe crashed the TIE fighter on the desert planet. So I'm going to do that crushed, torn apart wings on the TIE fighter and melt it down with a heat gun. Maybe even do some airbrushing on it over the fake Lego. I meant to do it 2 years ago. And I got everything for it except for the foam board. And then my daughter had an art project for school. She took the foam board, and I've just been sitting on everything else ever since. I got fake sand somewhere, not fake sand, but Michael's sand, a little jar of sand. I'm gonna do this whole thing. So I wanted to do something creative with this fake
You might as well,
Lego.
play with it, right?
Yeah,
Like
I wanted it's something cool that I'm going to look at
it's
because I
never
wouldn't
gonna
want
be
to do it to real Lego. Yeah, it's never going to have any value to me. But if I make this nice little art piece, and I even bought an extra fin in the white suit, from the poly bags. So I got a couple. Actually, I got a couple of these extra ones. But I got one, and what I'm going to do is, push them into the foam to make the steps in the sand, and then you use a spray glue and throw the sand out. I got it all in my head. I know exactly how I'm going to do it. I just got to do it, and I got to
Yeah.
do it outside because it's kind of toxic while you're doing it between
Mhm.
the airbrush and the glue and the foam board and melting some of the foam board. That's going to be tricky because of course I don't want
They,
to destroy it completely, but I want to have nice shape to it. And
they have this Star Destroyer that's I think it's like 10,000 pieces.
okay,
Like
yeah,
the thing is like close to 7 feet long.
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
And I'm tempted to just get it, build it, and then do something wild with it. Just for fun. Just
I
for
don't judge anyone who buys that stuff. It's a shame that a lot of it is still a ripoff of somebody's rebrickable mock because I haven't found too much of these nice big ones from China that are legitimately original. They are ripping off someone. It's
oh
taking
they're
time to
definitely
figure. It's time. It's tricky to figure out where sometimes,
Mhm.
but
but
some of
just the
those things
fact
are
that
just
the
so
CEO
cool and so big.
yeah. Like they threw the CEO in jail and all they do is rebrand themselves under a different name and hire a new CEO. Like they
Well, well, in the case, so here's the thing. So they threw the top 6 guys of Lepin in jail, but those were like the faces. if you go further upstream, none of those guys got touched. And then if you look at the fabrication plants, all but one are back up and running, but they're under like it's like the Hydra. Each head went off on its own
Mm-hmm.
and formed its own new little company with
Yeah.
their own new little management, and they're all doing more or less the same thing.
It's like out of the 5 instruction manuals I have, that were
Yeah.
all big sets. One said Lepin, one said King, one said
King.
Queen, one didn't say anything at all, and one
Okay.
said something I couldn't even read. So
Like SY or
I,
something.
they're in
Not
a
sure.
pile of instruction manuals over there, but like but they're all Lepin.
Wow. Yeah.
Like that's what they are, right? So, but they're just, and the I've said this before. The reason why I can justify spending money on Lego is because I know if you take care of it, you keep it complete, it's going to be worth. The money's still there. You're not just
Yeah.
throwing money away. It's still sitting here. It's going to be in a lot on how you take care of it. You throw it all into a bulk bin and turn it into a pile. It's not going to be worth near as much. But like I save my boxes, I flatten
I
them
know a
down.
lot of people who do that to save space. They just bulk it up. It's like, oh,
Yeah, it's
if
just
you're going to put it away, put it in a Ziploc, take all the air out, keep it clean and neat and put it away tight and compressed.
as a
And
set.
as a set, it'll
Here's your
retain its value.
instructions. This is the set. You're like doubling the value instantly. Just doing that. So that's how I justify in my head, Master J, Lepin is bad. Yes, Lepin is bad. And it's crap. It's exactly what it is. But if you're going to buy a set to build and throw off a roof, then buy a Lepin set. Because I'm not going to do that with a $700 Star Destroyer, but I'll do it with a $70 fake version. And then
Yeah.
right as it leaves my hands, I'll change to a cutscene saying, "Don't worry, guys, it's not real anyway. Let's throw this bugger off the roof," and off she goes. Right? So,
I watched one guy take a Star Destroyer, put it on some sort of launching system, and destroy it, like have it hit a wall or something. It's like, why would you do that with a $800 whatever US set? It's like you could
yeah,
have bought something for $200
I could,
and
I
had
could
that same
justify
great
that.
video.
I could justify that, Richard, pretty easy, and I could justify that with Brian's Coliseum video. He bought a
Oh,
$550
yeah.
Coliseum. He lifted it
Up.
over his head. He dropped it on the driveway, and within 3 days, his video paid for the Coliseum.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what? Why not?
That I get. I mean,
It's
for
just
him, that was,
classic
but
brick, man.
that's where he's at though, is that he can make those kinds of decisions.
Yeah, 100%. Like I was talking to Jazz yesterday. The guy spent $1,000 at the Lego store on January 1st, and came home and did one live stream and made the money back.
Wow.
Like paid for this everything.
And he was getting the donations too while he was
That's
streaming.
where
It's
that's
like,
where he made his money back. Is in the donations for the live stream. So you come home, you build one of the sets that you bought on a live stream, you get your donations because people want to be heard. Cool. That's what it's for. Like, how smart is that?
yeah.
Like, and it just starts to feed itself. And now you have all these other sets that you're gonna make videos on and make money off those. So like, it's a brilliant. What he's done is brilliant for himself, and I respect it. Brick Maniac, he started finding parts in his lawn after that drop. 100%. I don't know if you guys see what he did with it. He just put it in a cardboard box and he's going to sell it. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
damaged pieces and all.
Yeah, but that's it. Damaged pieces. I saw the bent pieces and stuff and the cracks. It's like, wow.
Yeah, but
Hey, Doom, are you in my messenger? Because I'm looking.
like, why not, right? Why not? It's the same thing as Mr. Beast, man. Mr. Beast gives away $100,000 and he makes $500,000 off the video from giving away $100,000.
Yeah.
It's how can you not when you're in that position? You know what I mean?
Why can't I find you?
Can't seem to find the company you made it, Master J. yeah, that's comes with the territory. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Like I said, 15
All
minutes.
right. Sounds good.
Have fun. I'll pop back
very
in there. If you're still
All
going.
right.
All right.
Yep. Take it
Yeah.
easy.
See ya.
Okay, so Doom, he just messaged me. And I see it on my watch. That means I should be able to see it on here. There we go. Let's see if this link works. And I'm going to double check it. Yes, that works. So there we go. And let's see if Doom gets in. Ryan is still hiding from his wife, I see. That's why he hasn't joined us. Oh my goodness.
Oh, I wanted to bring it up with Corey, but regarding the Miles mech, I'm willing to bet that for the UK magazines, like the foil packs, that it's going to be released with that soon.
Yeah, there's been a lot of. I tell you, those foil packs are really ruining it for a lot of guys who think they have an exclusive figure, and then
Oh
6
yeah,
months later they end up in the foil packs. I just don't understand why Europe gets, or the UK specifically, gets such an exclusive on these magazines, and it's been so hard for us around the world to get them
hmm
until recently.
yeah,
It's like, why? I mean, don't tell me it's because we don't have a big enough brick community in North America. That's BS. Because when COVID wasn't on, every weekend somewhere in North America was a huge convention. Just
hmm
ask those Beyond the Brick guys who traveled everywhere.
yeah. I mean, like I was a little disappointed when I spent the money on the Bespin duel, and then like a month or so later, I find out that there's going to be a foil pack for the Bespin duel Luke, and I'm like, great,
For the
okay.
figure. Now, so is the figure 100% the same?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, if you're talking about the inclusion of accessories, no, it's not the same, but
I don't care about accessories. I mean the print on the face, the head, the torso, the legs. I mean, is it effectively the same?
yeah, it seems to be the same. Yeah.
Ryan, those magazines don't ship to Canada as far as I know. The ones with the foil packs. Brick
Yeah.
Journal, if you get Brick Journal, that's a bigger magazine. They don't include much of anything. That one, which isn't made by Lego, by the way, they will ship to Canada, but you pay a fortune for it. You better have to
Yeah.
see if Chapters will still get it for you because they used to import it.
Yeah, I just noticed recently at my local chapters, they've been starting to get the foil pack magazines as well as Walmart, and I'm like,
Oh,
huh.
good. Things are changing. Good, good.
I really like it when I find the ones that have 2 packs for the price of one. I really try and jump on those if I can, if they got some interesting
I
figs.
think the City one, or was it the Marvel one, had the 2 foils that I saw last month. So that's why I posted when I was looking for the Star
No, it
Wars
was
one.
the Ninjago. I
Was it
remember
the
that post.
Ninjago had
Yeah, it
2?
was Ninjago.
Okay. I was still shocked to see any of those in Walmart. Like, wow, this
Oh
is
yeah,
great.
for me, I was just walking around with one of my friends in Walmart, just chilling. We decided to walk down the magazine section just for random sake, and I was just talking, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw the Lego logo. I'm like, hold up, that's not normal. And I backed up and I looked, and I was like, that's not supposed to be here, is it? So I just was like, oh my goodness. So I started looking through, and then they had 3 different types of Ninjago ones, which was right up my alley. And I knew, okay, this figure's exclusive to a larger price point set. This one's technically exclusive. This one's a 2 pack. Okay, sure. Let's get them all.
Okay, yeah.
So,
Popping up
yeah.
in Ottawa too. So they're definitely everywhere now.
I wonder if they're popping up on online for chapters. That's one thing I should probably investigate soon.
Yeah, actually, no, I'm thinking even Walmart. I would love to know if Walmart will ship them. They never. I don't. You'd think working for the company I would know, but I don't have a clue if we sell the books and magazines.
Yeah.
Because I'm all into the big stuff. My warehouse has got microwaves and all the big kind of stuff. Big and heavy. I get all my exercise in there. Some days I do. Oh, here we go. Let's see if we can get Brian in here. Give me a thumbs up if you're good.
I have my thing here, my backlog, so I can show on stream to answer that question. Rick Maniac.
And 3, 2, 1. You've always got these exaggerated angles. between your thumbnail. Hey, Brian.
Hi.
Hey, welcome to the stream.
Oh, he's got a Ninjago book.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
that's just one of the ones I found. I don't know what you would have to type in to search up for it, because I know that typing in UK magazines isn't going to
The
be effective.
the UPC will be enough. You can get a hit with the UPC on the website for sure. If it's there at all, then yeah, but I'm doubting it. Because that's the magazines and stuff is through a whole separate distribution system that comes into the Walmart system. So
Yeah,
I suspect that it won't. I could be wrong. Wouldn't be the first time.
I was quite surprised when I went to my local Dollarama and I saw that they had these things for like $4. Was it? I have the receipt.
Yeah.
And I was like, I
sent one or
recognized the
two of those
minifigure.
out.
I recognized the minifigure included, but not the book.
That's the Tartan Batman. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like,
Now,
I purposely passed on the book because it was like $10, something like that, and I'm like, I'm not paying $10 for that. For
yeah.
something that's not that intriguing, but when I saw it in Dollarama for like $4, I was like, yeah, sure, let's go for it.
Yeah. So you building anything tonight, Brian?
I've just been kind of relaxing, mostly taking care of the dog, and I did another review. Yay!
It's nice that when you have them scheduled up and you could just hit, submit and they just come out. And
Now I had that for a while on my other channel, but now I'm taking a break from doing reviews on that one because it's kind of a long process and there's stuff going around. The Halo stuff is much easier to do, so I can do those whenever. This is what I'm reviewing, by the way. Also, I do apologize for my camera angle. I'm in my living room right now, so
It's all
oh,
good.
that's cool. At least you got a light on. Some of the streams we go into, it's like it's just black.
there's light. Does my computer count as light?
Well, it gives you that nice, nuclear glow.
I'm going for the YouTuber look. How's that working?
The insomniac look.
I'm going for the Twitch streamer look.
Yeah. Well, you got to get a pink light behind you then. That's all the rage on Twitch. You got to have the RGB lights, but only run it in pink or something, because that seems to be all the rage on Twitch.
I usually see the ring lights, and then someone's wearing glasses on Twitch, and then you just see their eyes in circles, and it's weird.
I actually put away my ring light because it was low quality, and depending on the angle, it created waves because of the hertz difference. And I tried to, with my other software, filter that out, which I could do, but it was such a pain. It's like, nah, forget it. I'll just stop using it. It's cheap. That's the problem. You don't know if the light's going to work until you bring it into your environment, see what your cameras are going to do with it.
Oh yeah, that was me when I recently bought a light. It was a cool one that I could flick on and off from the top there, and you can hang it basically wherever. But then I use it, and it starts flickering with the camera. So
yeah. And sometimes all you have to do is just change the angle slightly of the camera, but yeah, more times than not, or in my case, I wouldn't notice it necessarily on a stream or during a straight recording. But if I sped up the footage for time lapse or speed ups, then I'd see the waves go up and down my screen. It's like, oh man, it just ruined all that footage. And I didn't want to take the time to process it. And it's like, no, we'll just stop using the light. So now really it's sitting in a box.
don't go to the light.
What was that?
Don't go to the light.
Don't go to the light. Your angle would have been great when we were doing the 48-hour stream and we were doing prayers to the snake. You definitely could have been the preacher in that one.
My son did that snake.
Oh, that was just crazy. Did you see that stream at all?
I don't think I did.
Oh, well,
I've been.
he had a 48-hour stream that a bunch of us were jumping in and out of over 48 hours. He somehow stayed awake, although he was accused of taking cat naps. But we had a lot of fun. But he would go into these, half-hour diatribes on the snake and this and that, and Scalador, and who was the sponsor of the stream. Actually, he was going to get $1,500 if he stayed awake for the 48 hours streaming live. And from all accounts, he did it. I couldn't stay up. I tried. I know T-Mog tried. He was on for a long time.
Yeah, I tried to stay till the end, but then I just felt like I was starting to black out like 3 or 4 hours before he ended, and I'm just like, ah.
I set the alarm to get back up, and it's like I looked at my watch when the alarm went off. I said, "Screw this! I'm not making $1,500. He is." I went back to bed.
Yeah.
I helped enough. I did my part.
Yeah.
I helped the unemployed guy make $1,500, so that's okay. That's my gift to him. That was fun, though. It was a lot of fun to do that. And I'm glad it was him and not me, because I don't think I'd do it.
Sure, I'll build something at the same time that this live stream's going.
Yeah.
I'll build a video.
Oh, hey. Piece of
Does that count?
Sure, why not? I mean, I jump on a bunch of streams and I don't build anything. I just sit there and chat.
It's kind of like what I'm doing.
Yeah. Well, it's like, I always had an agenda, because it was like, well, if I'm building something, then I want to record it with my cameras in a certain way. But if I'm using my cameras to do the stream, under Windows, I can't use the same camera twice properly. There's a workaround for it, but it's not great. And like T-Mod, you saw me when I was running the settings software with Logitech for these crappy cameras. That if I run it at the same time, there's a good chance I'll take out the camera. Oh, earlier I did a test again. So it froze one of my cameras, because I did open it during the stream, but I wasn't live. And I was able to get control of the camera again. It took me about 2 minutes of basically, on, off with the software. And then I got the software to exit, and I waved my hand, and then I got my cameras back up. So it's like, that's pretty kludgy. And you know what? Logitech has really not fixed that in 8 years with these cameras. I mean, this is the 922 model, but from the 920 model, which is like 8 years old, they've never fixed this problem with the settings.
Yeah, I feel like you're kind of, it's kind of a gamble with Logitech.
They're good as is. I mean, I can get really good results with them, but you really got to bend over and do it their way, but they're taking over a lot of things. Like, they got Streamlabs now. They're just buying up little bits and pieces of the streaming industry between the software guys and other hardware guys. There's talk they might go after Elgato. I don't know if that's true. If they do, that's going to be a huge shift. A lot of people are not going to like that, because they make the switching hardware. Actually, they make a lot of stuff now. They make a lot of lights now too that are really nice for streaming. They're overpriced. You can do it cheaper on your own, but that's like everything. Okay, what are we not paying attention to?
God!
What is the name of the magazines, if you were to search for it? Okay, T-Mod, can you help out Ryan on that? I told him the UPC would be the way to go, but you've actually got the magazines handy.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, I did this. That's been up for a bit. I think that was around when I showed it on camera. But yeah.
Kids are just looking for attention now, aren't they?
Yeah.
Where would the UPC be? 'Cause, like, I'm new to that kind of stuff.
Say that again. The UPC, the barcode?
Yeah. Oh, the barcode. Yeah, that's. Yeah. I can shove that in front of the camera.
Okay, 0744706392 and the last digit 9. Because if it's on the site, you can search by UPC.
8675309.
I don't know. Is it the same for all of them, basically?
It shouldn't be the same barcode. The last 2 to 3 digits will be different. The first 6 or 7 digits is store and country code in UPC format, and then the last 6 digits is unique product codes that
Okay, yeah.
everyone applies for from the unifying body for all this garbage. But you can absolutely get the same UPC on different products from different companies because there's been plenty of errors over the years.
Yeah. I didn't have to ask for this one, but I wanted to because, like, I'm building a little Lego town in my room, and I'm like, you know what? I just want to have a Spider-Man swinging around. So,
Oh yeah. Well, I like when people, whether it's a Star Wars mock or a Ninjago mock or whatever they're doing, big scale mocks, and then they put in, not a lot of them, but they put in one figure maybe that shouldn't be there, like an Easter egg. Because when I used to go to the shows and look at the big displays, I'm looking like at the Knight's Castle setup, whatever, and I'm looking around like, oh my God, they went and put ET in there. You know?
Or like the chicken costume guy, or
Yeah, just some little odd thing that you'll only notice if you were really looking for details, and it's like that I love. If they put it in a whole menagerie of figures that don't belong there, I don't like that so much. But
okay, then I won't show you my town then.
oh no, what have you done?
Well, I just have all these minifigures I just have sitting in a bin that I just want to put on display, and I haven't found a way to do it. And I figure this Lego town is the way to do it.
Oh
For
well, it
some of
could
them.
be. You know what? You can make it a theme like it's a universal crossroads in time and space or something, where everything
Oh
comes
yeah.
together. It's an anomaly.
I would
Give it a
love to build like a cyberpunk like Lego city. That's the only reason why I would do a Lego city is
I
if
would
it
love
was
to see
some
Lego
retro.
do cyberpunk, but I got a feeling it's far too mature.
Not like
Event.
the actual cyberpunk game, like that
Oh,
setting
okay.
where it's like the neon futuristic,
Sure.
like Blade Runner and stuff, Tron.
Yeah, and actually, there's probably been enough themes between friends and elves and not just the girly sets, but stuff like Chima and Nexo Knights, where you can get a lot of really obnoxious looking colors that would probably be great for that techno neon world.
Especially like the lighter blues and orange. Yeah,
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's such a commitment though when you want to start building those big mocks. That's one reason I put away a lot of my blue bins because it's like I wasn't mocking as much as I used to. I'm
I
not
wouldn't
gonna.
do a huge one. I'd do like maybe a street or something. But yeah,
Well, so I used to do a lot of ships, and then I used to do a lot of large scale mechs. One of my first YouTube videos, I had done a cross between um, an AT-AT, not an AT-AT, but an AT-ST two-legged walker from Star Wars, and if you're familiar with Robotech, or I'm sorry, BattleTech, the FASA role-playing game stuff, the Mad Cat walker, and I did a cross of that, and that was really popular for me, like 5 years ago or something on YouTube. And then I didn't post a lot after that. I mean, I had good comments on it and stuff, but I just wasn't interested in posting my personal stuff afterwards. Just like, it's my stuff. I do it for me. I should get back into it. Just gotta get inspired enough to do it. And now I'm not shy about YouTube at all. I don't care. I'll put whatever I want out there. I don't care what anyone thinks.
well,
Don't
that's
like
me
it.
with Halo because usually I do Bionicle videos, which is funny because I used to do my earliest videos were like Halo and Bionicle. I do them side by side. But
Okay.
now I'm more into the Halo stuff, and I get the comments. You used to do Bionicle videos. You used to do Bionicle videos. What happened? And it's like, well, to look back, it's not always Bionicle videos.
Yeah.
The Ultimate Doom was like the extra channel to T-Fan Page 101.
You're right.
Mhm.
What
But
did
then
I just do? Oh, I broke this. Shoot.
then I got really into it. So
That's interesting. I decided to open up one of the magazines, like just to have a look at the pages, and it actually addresses the fact that it includes a second one, and I've never noticed that for all the other ones that I've owned. So that's really interesting.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it says go to this website for the building instructions for the figures. I'm like, they're minifigures. It shouldn't be that hard to figure out.
Can you
So
imagine that?
if it was Star Wars, then yeah, I get why they would put that. But for the ones that are just strictly minifigures, why?
I don't know if I want to build a minifigure that requires instructions. Although
Yeah,
some of the CMFs with all the extra capes and accessory pieces, like there's been some
yeah.
real elaborate little sub builds they have to consider. Oh my goodness, I got more stickers. I'm so done with this.
I hate stickers.
Uh,
You,
I
you
mean,
could anyone can hate mega constructs all they want, but stickers.
well now, yeah. But hey, way back, I was talking about this last night. I think with the stickers that used to cross pieces in on the old Warthogs,
Oh, I hate
and if you were trying to take them apart, I don't know what you would do. I mean, I would took razor blades and I would very carefully, carve out the intersections of the pieces so I could take the bricks apart. But it's brutal. I mean, that's why I left a lot of them together. I didn't take them apart.
I would almost do that if it didn't mean that they would be harder to stick because they would peel off the corners there
A
too.
little bit, yeah. It trust me, it wasn't worth it. That's why I left them together.
All right, video's up. Yay!
Nice.
Nice. I tell you one thing I learned with this using this streaming software. Afterwards, when the stream ends, it takes forever for YouTube to post it.
Yeah, I wrote that too.
Oh yeah, I know someone who was streaming the other day, and they were telling me, oh, "God, it's taking forever." And then as soon as they messaged me, it went up, but it was like a day later.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
because I'm sitting there and
weird.
I'm looking first. It's like, okay, so where's my video? And of course, I can see it, but I'm looking
Hmm.
through another account. It's like, so they can't see it. I log into my account and I look at it. Okay, so it's there, and then I see, oh, it's processing. Okay, well, I'm going to upload the thumbnail to it, and I'll put all the tags on it ahead of time. Usually, I wait till it's up.
Right.
But and then when I checked again 2 hours later, it still wasn't done. It's like, what the hell? Yeah, there's a freeze frame. New thumbnail. Shh.
Put me in the D.Va suit.
Oh my goodness. I still haven't built the D.Va figure. And that was like page 1, I forgot. I'm notorious for missing steps. And this is upside down. I'm assuming it'll be right side up when I'm done. Let's hope.
Should I go grab that thing that might make you upset?
Make me upset? I don't think you're going to do anything to make me upset.
Okay, I'll go get the.
Challenge accepted. Okay, how am I going to get that on?
Where's my full DVD collection of Mr. Bean?
Uh-oh.
Oh shoot, that makes me wonder how many stickers are going to be in Jago City Gardens then. 'Cause,
Oh,
doubt
for
everything.
all those little details? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah. It should be an obscene amount.
It's probably going to take me a couple streams to do it because I think the max I'll go for is like maybe 4 hours, and then I'll cut it off and just go from there. Oh boy.
Now, without this interactive software, when I was doing a lot of the Asian military sets, and like the one Kazi set was 7 or 8 hours beginning to end, and that's with me reading stuff, not having being able to talk to someone with audio like with you.
Hmm.
So it's like everything was reading, look, and like
Yeah.
8 hours later, it was just brutal. And I was watching the sun come up. Horrible.
For me, it's that as well as the fact of the device I'm streaming from, the battery. Like, if I don't have it hooked up to a power bank, it'll only last like maybe 2 hours, and that's with the brightness turned super low. But with the
Ooh.
power bank, it could probably last me 7 if I really pushed it. But yeah,
I tell you, a $50 webcam might serve you better.
yeah. Just have to convince myself to stop buying Lego for a period.
Yeah, you just gotta squeeze out the $50.
Yeah.
let's see that. And then oh man, and then another sticker. These guys are killing me. Three left. And oh, I gotta make sure I don't screw this one up. It's on a rounded hood piece. I had almost figured out, so I was testing something before I went live. How to, he built it. Nice.
You need to build it.
Yeah, I know. Everyone says, geez, you bought it, build it. What are you waiting for? Well, I want to do it as a way.
It's fun. It's fun to hold. There's a power to it.
Yeah. The scale's not bad either. I mean, I thought it was going to be a lot smaller.
Oh, good. I thought it was going to be about the same size as the box. No, it's longer than the box.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay.
And that box is long anyway, so yeah.
Yeah, when I got mine, I also got my buddy one. Actually, I had to go back to the store a week later and get him one because the Toys R Us near him wasn't getting the stuff fast enough, or people were clearing it out before he could see it. So then I had to turn around once I got it, and I had to figure out when I was going to be able to drive the what was it, 150K round trip. So of course, I had to make it worthwhile. Well, I buy my CMF sets from him, so it's like I said, listen. You wait, and then when I come out to get those, we'll do the swap, and you can pay me for the set. And I mean, he's done a lot for me, so it wasn't a big deal for me to wait. I actually stopped buying the CMFs from him. Just the most recent one, I actually said, you know what, I got to cut back. I got to start scaling back some of the purchases. I want this to be the year of build more, buy less. Seriously, that's my theme. I'm going to start putting that probably in a banner somewhere. That might piss off some people, but last year was outrageous. I mean, I spent last year, I'm not going to say how much, but I spent as much in the last 12 months as I have in probably the last 3 years. Like, it was a lot. It was a lot.
Like this Pelican?
That is beautiful. Here, actually, I want this full screen. Hang on a second. Boom. Oh, yeah, look at that, eh? And now it's not 25% off anymore.
I think it's like $20 off on Amazon at least. So.
Well, passing when it was $50 off Canadian, it's like I knew I'd regret it, but I know I'll get another opportunity if I really want it.
I think this is the best Halo set I've ever gotten.
So, any issues with it?
Well, there's these tile pieces on the rocket launchers that seem to either not line up or they just pop off too easily.
Okay.
I don't know why. I don't think it's the tile. I think it's the piece behind it. But otherwise, no, nothing really. Oh, these might come off loose of the axle because trying to get a good angle of that. You can see the axle going right through it. From the inside, that little piece that holds the axle, that also holds the rubber band. It's kind of like a hook. And sometimes it will slide off the axle, but it's nothing problematic. There's just keep an eye if you do open it up. Keep an eye that you've got everything lined up correctly. Otherwise, you're going to start breaking stuff. But otherwise, no, it's a gorgeous set. And even if you don't open it up, I mean, look at that thing.
So would you say that's swooshable? Like kids can give it a little shake, and that's pretty cool. Oh, can you stick a warthog between those two pylons in the back, or?
Well, I don't have my warthog. I know there's a way to do it with other parts, because I think it was Podcast Evolved had tried to do that. So there is a way, but it's a custom way, and I don't know if it's really that secure.
Okay.
But you can get it at least. So.
Because I know that would if I were to buy it, I'd want to justify and say, oh, this is why I did it, because I want a nice piece that would hold my warthogs. If the warthogs are you know, the reason I have these sets, then I want something to carry them. You know,
Right.
That's the size comparison with my head. I have a big head.
a big head. Anything wrong with the head? How's the head?
My head's fine.
Head's
Balding.
fine. Well, hey, well that's everyone.
There is one cool kind of thing with this is that the axles that go through this to hold the sides here to allow it to move, they're not connected by an axle hole. It's just the regular round holes. So the only thing keeping it in place is a cheese slope piece right there.
Really?
Oh wow.
And it's still secure. It's not breaking apart or anything.
So the cheese slope is against the axle and acting as a. Oh, that's an interesting.
And if you turn it
choice.
upside down, there's pieces to make sure it doesn't slip out either. So, but yeah. There is another thing you gotta watch out for is the front bits here.
Right.
These panels, because I've pushed down on them a couple of times and they slip right out of the pegs. But other than that, I mean, every complaint I have of this is pretty much avoidable.
So would you call that a play set or a display piece?
Oh, it could be whatever you want. It's both to me.
Yeah. Solid enough to be a play set.
Even if you wanted to open it up, you could still kind of call it a display set because the interior is like the trailer.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Ooh, that's weird.
I think the most satisfying part of this entire vehicle, though, is the landing gear.
Really?
Because the front ones right here with the wheels fold right up into the vehicle.
Well, that's clean.
And then these ones on the side, if you don't have the axle too tight, mine's a little too tight right there. Just need to pull that out a little bit. Ah, yes. Such a satisfying motion. Just swift, and I love clicking this down too. It's just perfect motion.
No, they did a good job on that. They've definitely improved a lot. I don't like hearing the people rip on Mega Blocks or Mega Constructs. They're such a different company now than what they used to be.
Oh, there's people who do that now still, and they call them lazy and all this and that. And I'm like, you see all the details they do? You see all the work they put into it? I wouldn't call them lazy at all. There's certain stuff that they could change or certain new molds they could do, but there's apparently a budget on new molds that they have. So,
well, yeah, it's expensive. It's really expensive,
especially when you're going into a whole new game. I feel like that's the reason why when Halo Mega Blocks and Constructs were going into the new game stuff, you start to notice that the new molds for like the Breach armors, the Halo 4 armors, they slowly got into Mega Constructs. Because like originally, I think the first Reach molds were like the Air Assault, Hazop, and was it Grenadier? I think it's Grenadier. So it had to slowly get into it. And then for Halo 4, it was the Spartan and Elite, and that was pretty much it for a while.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, Lego's got all the same decisions to make every time. A developer goes, "Oh, I want to do this, but I need this part made." Well, they got to justify it, and I mean, eventually they're going to say yay or nay, and they'll say yes if it's a good idea to make the part because it's going to work for other things too. But it's very expensive. And then in the case of Lego, you're going to use that mold X number of times before you got to get rid of it, because wear and tear and whatnot. And Lego's quality standards are so high, tolerances are so tight. That's a big difference between them and a lot of the Chinese guys. The Chinese guys will use the mold 20, 30, 40 times more than Lego ever would, which is why you'll have a lot of clutch problems with certain Chinese companies. At least that's the way it used to be.
I did find out that Mega seems to be doing more parts that would be potentially used for other sets because the canopy for the latest Banshee, if you take off all the armor pieces and recolor that, that could just be for a normal Banshee. That new Ghost, if you take off the silver piece at the front and the top, that's just a normal Ghost underneath it, hiding in plain sight. Robots in disguise. Transform. Roll out.
You know what though? That just means they're maturing as a company. They're getting smarter,
Yeah.
which is good.
I do admire them for making whole new molds for themselves as well. You know, as much as people say, "Oh, Megablox is a ripoff of Lego," well, they don't remake the sets entirely, and they're not afraid to make their own parts to their sets either.
Yeah. And you know, there's definitely been a period of time where it seemed like Lego didn't innovate when it came to parts and ideas, and the other guys did, and we saw some unique molds and ideas and parts and elements come from Mega Blocks and other companies, and now Lego's playing catch up on some of these ideas.
My household is probably more into Mega Blocks and Mega Constructs than it is Lego.
Well, it's funny where I shifted for the longest time because clearly I was a Lego guy and the Lego Star Wars guy, and then I started branching out a bit, and then it was the Chinese military stuff, but then reining it back in a bit. It's like then I got into Halo, and probably if you don't look at the exclusives and rare sets from the last 12 months, it's 50-50 on the purchases when it comes to Lego and Mega. Because I went deep on the Game of Thrones. I went the Masters of the Universe. I got everything except for a bunch of the loose figure packs. I got all the sets. What else was and I've got a fair bit of the Halo waves.
I actually
I'm pretty deep in Mega.
I actually have most of the Halo Infinite Mega Constructs now. I'm just missing some of the mystery pack ones, which someone's helping me out with that, and I'm missing some of the Halo heroes. But
I didn't
as
even
far as
try and be complete, and it just worked out that way that I end up having most of the line. Just
same
because
here.
you know what, the builds were good. Like I can't wait to build this helmet because I'm going to display that helmet with the Star
Yeah.
Wars ones.
I'm
There's
gonna
scale.
wait.
I think they scale pretty good. I hope they do.
I'm gonna wait and see if there's a sale going on for that helmet anytime soon. But yeah, I feel like
What,
I'm
another
gonna.
sale? Because that was on sale at least for us in Canada, that was on sale when it started. It was just dumb luck that when it came into the market, it fell into Toys R Us's like 25% off all Halo Mega stuff. And I thought, oh, that was so weird that, it was just coming into the market. The stuff that was out there for 6 months, that was okay. But it's like, no, this just came into the market and they put that in there too. It's like, hey, sweet, I'll buy it. Why
Yeah.
not? Dumb luck. Toys R
But
Us is
if
funny.
there's no sale, I'm just gonna pick it up either way. The one thing I am missing is the turret takedown. The little kind of it. I call it like a poly bag set that changed into a box set.
Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about. But at this point now, when it comes to Halo, I'm probably going to be drawing the line at just the Warthogs. I just can't be all in on all the cool looking stuff. I gotta say, oh,
Ooh, big Lego.
I just realized I have the storage brick open on my desk still.
I
Oh,
need
nice.
to get some of those.
Oh yeah, I got the older one.
Yeah,
Pick the newer ones.
that's quite the collectible. That one.
I think my mom got it at a thrift store for like $25. And the thing is, I guess I'm gonna open this up again. Taking these out. You see how like there's holes in the bottom, like.
Yeah.
So when my mom got this at the thrift store used, in those little holes there was a bunch of like random studs and pieces stuck in
Ooh.
there. So someone obviously used this as a storage thing. Me, I just use it for backlog purposes. So what I had to do is I had to take my pocket knife and take the flat edge of the blade and running it along across. And I don't know what I did with the little bowl I had, but I had a little bowl that was just full of these little pieces, and I was just quite surprised by what was stuck in there. Just like, wow.
Nasty.
For sure.
I bet Mega Constructs has more spare parts.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. They have more what parts?
Spare parts.
Oh, some sets have been crazy, and I remember when
You
I was
should see the
building some
ones
of
in the Pelican. There's like whole wing pieces that you get as spares.
Yeah, in the last 2 years, some of the Halo builds and a few of actually even the Call of Duty stuff, I'm looking afterwards like I know I didn't make a mistake. I go back through the build, and it's like there's some really big parts. I don't call them spares. I just call them oops, because quality control wasn't perfect clearly because we got some large parts.
A happy accident.
And that's what it is. It's a happy accident, but not always like enough of a happy accident. Like you'll get the left side, but not the right side of wings or whatever. It's like, oh, so close. In one set,
Yeah.
one of the Warthogs, I got a whole extra bag, complete extra bag of parts that included like the front canopy and a rubber hose and something else. And it's like, oh, sweet, good mocking parts.
Well, it's better than having to level parts.
Yeah. Although Mega's been pretty good about fixing those problems for me.
Yeah, but it's still annoying. You have to wait like a whole month to get the part sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I got drawers here of their little yellow envelopes. Yeah. There we go.
Oh, God.
Mega. There you go, Mega. I got drawers for all of them. Some of them I still got to apply to the sets.
When I first got, they're called Breakout Bees, and it's from the same company.
Yeah.
It's the slime dragon egg things. My first one, I was kind of frustrated with cleaning it up because it's like, oh, most of the fun is cleaning up, and yeah, kids will love that. But
so
not only
slime
that,
there's real slime in this thing?
Yeah, the whole like it's in pieces in the slime.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
I seen them in the store, and I wondered about them.
It's easy to clean up once you get used to it.
Sure.
Like the problem is you gotta let it settle for a little bit because it all comes in strands.
Yeah.
But once you let it settle, it comes off pretty easily. But my first one had a backwards leg, so already had a bad experience with this, and I was like, do I really need to buy any more? Because I mean, they're like these old dragon sets that I got from the same company, but I just wasn't sure. And then I end up having like every single one from the whole line, and I don't know how that happened.
I don't know how they end up with so many figures with one backwards leg.
Yeah. You know what I constantly think is that, okay, there's one set with a backwards leg, which means that there's someone else with that leg in the world, probably.
Yeah, they got the opposite problem. They got two rights and I got two lefts.
See, Mega is making friendship because one day these guys will meet and then they'll join up and fix their figures, and it'll be a friendship locket thing.
What are the odds that over 10 years of their product, right? Because it's probably like 10 years worth of their stuff I've got in the Halo theme anyway. That I've got three figures with two left legs. What are the odds? Apparently high because I've got it.
That's weird because I got three figures with three right legs.
Oh, shut up. We gotta meet up. No, and every time they sent me another figure. And I've always said, like, oh, I had this head missing, this leg, whatever. They sent me the whole figure every time.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I even asked them, you know what, guys? I know you work hard. Just send me the shoulder and I'll be fine. And then they send me the whole figure. I'm like, oh, really?
Yeah. I actually stopped posting about it because every time I did, then I saw people's eyes light up. And, of course, these are people who are just going to say, I'm going to get all the figures I want or try and abuse it. And it's like, That's what kills a good thing.
Don't you love posting like your newest grab, your newest haul from Lego, Transformers, Halo, whatever, anything, and then as soon as you do that, people are like, "How much do you want for it?"
Oh, well, I don't mind that so much as the people who used to rip on me when I would get, you know, um, 12 of those. And it's like, so I stopped posting those kinds of videos. I don't mind showing off that I got an extra one because I'm going to build one and then keep it. But I'm no longer showing the other stuff that's in storage because it's what you see behind me and everything in the backlog. That's what I intend to build. This is my personal building stuff. This is all going to get built someday for the most part. If my wife doesn't beat me to it, she's been she's been opening a lot of stuff on me. But I'm not showing off the other stuff anymore. It's not worth the abuse.
Mhm.
I'm not going to feel bad because I beat someone to something that they wanted.
Yeah, exactly. I usually show my collection background of some videos, and I get the one mom or dad, or at least it sounds like mom or dad, but it's probably a kid wanting stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're so selfish. A kid probably would play with that, and here you are hoarding all of them. And it's like, yeah, because there's no toys out there. I bought all of them. No store has a toy now.
Yeah. I tell you what, you work my 40-hour job. You have the injuries and abuse I put my body through all these years, standing on my feet since 1997 for 40 hours a week. You go buy what I buy. But until you do what I do, shut up. I don't want to hear it. Oh, I didn't put that on either.
I bought a very rare ODST figure from a toy fair, and it was like dirt cheap. I think it was $1.25 for it, and someone asked me, "How much do you want for it on Facebook?" And I was like, "I just got the thing," and then he messaged me twice asking for it again, and it wasn't just like he asked right after. He asked me the next day, and then the following day, and even saw me respond to him. Like he replied to my answer that I said no. So
Maybe he thought he could break you down, wear you down. I don't
oh
know.
god, someone harassed me for a jazz figure that they demanded I give it to them for $10. I paid $15 for it, and it was Japan exclusive toy as well.
Ooh.
One that I just bought.
People are just too much.
Yeah.
Okay, that seems weird. That doesn't seem like that should be a spare.
What piece?
I got a 1x2 here, plate, which probably is not a spare.
Never heard of that. A 1x2 plate. That's an extra.
Well, I've found plenty, but I think.
I understand
Yep,
the 1x1.
There we go.
There we
go. Yep.
We figured it out, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not hard. Now, when my wife did the Elf House set, that was interesting because I was looking at the back of it, and she was more or less done. And I looked at the chimney. I go, now that looks cool, but there's two gaps in the chimney. And while it looked cool, I knew it probably wasn't structurally correct. And then I look at the back of the box. I go, well, some stuff's obscured, so I couldn't really tell. So I went back page by page, looking at the last 20 pages of the manual. It's like, even in the manual, it's tough. And then I had to look at the actual steps, and it's like, you know what? She must have made a mistake there. Because some of the parts they just don't show them in the right configuration. And it's like, yep. And I imagine a lot of people probably made the same mistakes she did. Because when she got to the top, it fit together right. It looked good, but I could see there was two pieces missing. And she had these spares. It's like, those are usually not spares.
I probably spent 20 minutes fixing a mistake on this set because there was a 1x3 with holes and just a normal 1x3 plate. Yeah. And you had to get there was a specific reason why you had to get those ones. Yeah. And I accidentally built it within the turbine of the Pelican. So I had to open it completely up. And I didn't even know what I was searching for exactly because, well, it's so deep inside the set that I couldn't really just look at it from an outside point of view. So I had to open it, pretty much the entire thing up, break it down level by level, and finally found it. I was like, oh, wasted so much time with a set that's already taken me 6 hours to build.
But at least this set wasn't terribly fragile. I've had some Chinese sets where I made a mistake and it was like, oh man. And then every time I would fix a problem, I broke another important section of it. And it took major surgery to get that back together, and then something else would crumble. And it definitely goes to show you the quality of some of those sets I was building, and it was just so frustrating. Because of one little mistake, and it was just like a domino effect of problems I would have to continuously fix.
I remember hearing about the first Hornet that ever came out, and I never got it, but from what I could hear, it's like the most fragile set you could ever buy from Halo.
Really? Oh, this is cool. Weird.
It's weird that they've gotten better, but I hate their stands. Oh, hey, D.Va.
There we go. Now, if I'm lucky tomorrow, I'll have it set up so I'll have the fourth camera running. I figured out how to redo my network. I'm going to run the iPhone as an NDI device. I think I was telling T-Mog about this.
Yep.
And if I run it as an NDI device, then I should be able to independently focus and zoom in. So I'll have a really sharp fourth camera using the iPhone. I couldn't do it tonight because my streaming computer is technically on a different home network than everything else, including the iPhone. And it's like, it would take too long to have just yanked out the cables and make it all right. It's like, forget it. I wasn't going through that. I love the hairpiece, but that's unique to that figure. Headphones with the little spiky things. Pretty cool. Nice little collection of common spares. So this and this, I tell you, this is a great set. Make nice little mechs. Let's see if I take that gun out. What's the deal? It goes in the back hatch. Apparently.
I'm just thinking of Exoforce when I see that.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Yep.
A few years ago, when I went to Edmonton, inside the West Edmonton Mall, there's a store that sold unofficial Lego, and they had an Exoforce, brand new, factory sealed. I think they're asking $80 for it. It was like one of the bigger sets, so it was definitely a deal. And I was debating if I should get it just to keep in a sealed collection. I was like, at the time, I was like, no, I'm not ready to start a sealed collection. And looking back now, I think I should probably just bought it because it probably goes for a lot.
There was a small, very tiny Lego store that it wasn't like specifically Lego. It was just this guy selling stuff. Like there were Star Wars Episode 1 toys for some reason. But it had one of the Lego Throwbots from, before Bionicle. And I wanted it so badly because I'm a huge fan of Bionicle even now still. 20 years, 20th anniversary.
Wow.
But I got that thing, and wow, I was surprised by that.
Trying to figure out a way to make her hold on to one of these kind of control things here, but you know what? It just isn't going to work. You just meant to shove her in the back.
Is she being a diva?
What was that?
Is she being a diva?
Yeah, she's being a diva. She's not. She's not behaving. I had this grand idea that she'd hold on to the controls, but that's just not going to happen the way I want. I don't want to muck up her torso print.
I will be right back.
All right. Yeah, she, actually in the box art, she doesn't even touch it. So I'm stressing over nothing here. Just because I'm convinced she should. I do like the cockpit front. That's really cool looking.
Yeah.
See, after building these, I feel inspired to do some small mechs or something, just because they're easy builds, and I know I've got a lot of these joints. They're not too hard, and of course it wouldn't be in pink. Now, if only you could put that gun somewhere. Oh, actually.
I don't know if I like how you can see the minifigure sticking out from the back. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, it was funny. When I was building, it's like, what a weird place to put a window frame. And it didn't clue in later. It's like, oh, there we go. We're going to make it a hatch. I know a lot of people complain that she doesn't sit in there or anything, but I don't know. I think it looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I limit my expectations on the scale. Now, had this guy, the gray guy, been bigger, Reinhardt, had this been bigger, I would not have been thrilled with these two giant shoulder pads. But given the scale, that was the only way you're going to have the shoulder pad even look like that, I think. I don't think you're going to do that brick built. But it works. It looks really cool.
I don't think I've seen those shoulder pad molds in any other set.
I know I haven't touched them before, so I'm really curious how common they are.
Mm-hmm. Are they stickered or printed?
Oh, I just put 2 stickers front and back on them.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. There's a fair surface on them, and the stickers go on pretty good, so I can't complain about that. Let's see. 759775973. And of course, first link. And I'm just seeing with the parts here. No, don't show me all the sets. Gray, 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 gray. Come on, these things gotta stand out. Did I miss it? I missed it. How could I miss something so big and obnoxious looking?
What set are you looking at?
This D.Va set here. All right, so wow, it's unique to this set.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I tell you, it's a nice piece, and I'm looking at it like that would be great for knee pads and
Mm-hmm.
elbow pads for a larger build, and it's like pretty cool. Anytime you can get unique parts, that's neat. I mean, that makes it expensive too.
True.
Well, you know, it's a licensed set. They probably figured they could get away with it, and they'll figure out a way to use it later.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this set is what, a year plus old, year and a half now, so I'm sure they'll find a new use for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, those turned out really good. And I mean, the regular assortment of not used, what do you call them? Spares.
Yeah.
And I got to figure out what I'm going to do about that hairpiece. Ziploc, actually, I'll probably end up sticking it in her set since there's room in there.
Yeah, just
Then I
shove
won't-
it in there.
But yeah, that works out pretty good. I'm liking that. Wow. Now my wife can't build it. Because the intent is I was going to sell the other one. The other one was dirt cheap too. I'd have to check what my stop says because I do put that information in there, but it was like, oh, I can't pass it up. It's a great set and it was cheap. I'm going to get it. I mean, the old routine was my local Walmart, the welfare one I told you about. At least once a week I used to go in there, take the shopping cart, put 10, 15 sets in it, go through, scan, 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 and see what comes up. What's a local sale to that store? But that's so time consuming and it wasn't fun anymore, especially if you do it a few times and you don't get anything.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's really not fun. But of course, when you hit gold, whether it was the 2 cent or the 9 cent or the $2 or the $9 sets, like then it's great. But when you don't strike gold, it really is frustrating. And of course, you look like an idiot, and then you got a whole cart of Lego. And of course, I'm very good because it's my local store. I put it all back. I know some guys who do the same thing, And
Yeah.
whatever doesn't scan, they leave it in the cart or they leave it wherever the scanner is and walk away. It's like, oh, you pricks. Then there's the other group of people who take sets and they hide them in Walmart.
I feel like I might have done that a few times just because it was on sale and I didn't have the money right away.
So you take the set and then you lift up the shelving units that have the pegboards. So those units usually have a floor shelf. Well, the floor shelf usually lifts up, so you can just. And then you come back a month later when stuff starts popping up on sale because it shows us in inventory. So they put it on clearance. And then you lift up the shelf. And it's a quick way of getting banned from the store if you get caught.
Yeah.
Lots of people do it. And I check all the time because I'm always looking to see, did someone else do this? Because I didn't come up with this. This is an idea I lifted from somebody. So I'm not the only guy, so I'm always checking. And once in a while you see stuff, and then once in a while you see, food, pop that's been knocked over, mice and rat poop. I mean, it's not fun, but yeah, once in a while I feel, oh, look what's there. Someone else is doing the sneaky. But I don't recommend anyone do that. So you're thinking of streaming your build tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow for the vintage car. I always try and stream sets that have retail value over $15, something like that.
Sure.
So I mean, like on the receipt it says it's $19.99. So
Well, do me a favor, post it in the Lego Club. This way,
yeah, I think I'll try that for sure.
If I don't get a notification, I'll usually at least get it from the Facebook stuff, and that's one of the reasons I encourage all the YouTubers.
Yeah.
Put it in the Facebook because I do get a lot. I won't say everything, but I get a lot of the Facebook notifications. YouTube, not so much.
Yeah, I was tempted to do that for my 900 subscriber special. I only posted that because I was at like 950, and I was like, I better post this before it becomes irrelevant. And I was like, should I post it? I was like, I don't know. I'm just having like second thoughts. I don't know. I don't normally tongue twister. I'm not used to change, so it takes me a bit to get used to it. That's
Sure.
all.
Boom. Hey, there's a good shot. Oh my goodness. It explains all your avatars,
Did I ruin the good shot?
No, it's okay.
I gotta put
If I was really worried, then I would just do this and go one shot.
That's a thumbnail right there.
Actually, you're right. I should just leave that for at least a minute so that becomes at least a Facebook thumbnail.
Yeah.
Because I know YouTube won't have anything posted for the next 12 to 48 hours.
True.
Subscribe to our merch store.
Oh God.
That's another thing I got to figure out is how I'm gonna pull off merch if people start asking about it.
I don't want to sell it. I don't want to sell merchandise, but I do want to get a T-shirt or a pullover with my logo on it.
Mm-hmm.
At least this
That's
summer
what
I was going to have a pullover ready for the conventions, but when COVID took over, it's like, well, I got no push to get that done. No one's going to see any jacket I wear at a convention. And with the conventions dying, it's like, well, shoot, okay. So I've got lots of time to get something together before, the world returns somewhat to normal.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I definitely want to be able to walk around with my logo on the back and maybe with some, social media stuff underneath it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to close this down, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, hey, Mama came back.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Mama.
Oh no.
Mama Eileen, I still can't get over that. You changed your name.
Mama Eileen.
That's okay. We all love Mama.
Mama Lego.
And pink is for girls, Mama.
Ooh, he said it. Ooh, he's gonna get canceled. Ooh.
No one's awake anymore. No one's watching at this point.
Ah, that's true.
We
You
hit our
found a-
peak.
you found
we
a
hit our
loophole.
peak 2 hours ago. So it's all been downhill after that.
Tell Twitter that's the loophole.
Yeah. Oh, I don't think cancer culture's coming after me. I'm too old and irrelevant.
You like Lego and Mega Constructs. Ooh, cancel it.
Oh, I've already had. Hey, for the longest time, I didn't go into like on screen with Jazz or that until like I passed a lot of the mega stuff I was building, just because people would give him crap too. Because I was in the middle of the Call of Duty stuff I was building out, and oh, Richard, why don't you come on? And it's like, yeah, but I'm middle of these Call of Duties. I really want to get them done. Foolish me, I thought I was going to do the 10 builds in 10 days thing, and it took me 2.5 months, and I still haven't pumped out all the videos. I'm sitting on 5 videos that are 50% complete. That's my work rate. I'm not making money on it. I'll get them done when I want to get them done. So,
Mhm.
all right. Well, let's close this down, guys. I
Sounds
want to
good.
get a drink, take a piss, and all that good stuff. And not in that order. Actually, maybe that order. I kind of forget sometimes.
Pink Gundam and Transformer is done.
Oh, say that again?
Pink Gundam and Transformer is done.
Oh, God. Thanks for joining us, Brian. And take care, Mama. T-Mog, thanks for hanging
Yeah,
around.
thanks for being
Ryan, I know you're listening in somewhere. My number one stalker. And we'll see tomorrow. Are you eating your flava beans again? Yeah. Oh, hey, Scalador. Praise Scalador.
Oh yes.
Pray-
All hail Excalibur.
And
Probably
on
gonna
that
chat.
note, we're out. Cheers. And broadcast and